Hey, welcome back. It's always good to see you today. Hello, wifey. I've missed you so much. I hope you're doing okay. And hello, DV. I hope you are doing well. It's Friday, and I am just taking a couple of hours off from working because there's a lot to catch up on. A lot. Um, there was this video from Rachel Reacts with messages from Tommy uh, with conversations between Tommy and Amber Lynn that we're going to get to. We might not get to all of it. That's why I put part one. Sorry, my back itches. Now, full disclosure, I have heard most of this video because Ilya watched it this past weekend on Sunday. I was cleaning and doing meal prep, so I was just listening while I was doing that, but I did miss part of it. Hey Liz. So we'll start that, but it is a 2.5 hour long video, so I don't know how much of it we'll get to tonight. Because we're also going to try to watch a little bit of Rosie. So I know Amber Lynn's back going live again. Amber is actually live right now, I think. Um, don't know what she's talking about. I haven't seen her last few lives. Um, she is still doing her working girl. I still need to make a little parody video of that, but it you know, time. So we'll get to it when I get to it. Um, yeah, I'm just working. That's all I do. All I do is work. So I have no time to stream really much, but we are making a little bit of time tonight. I'm going to try to make a little bit of time um, over the weekend, one day at least, to stream a little bit. I have a lot of stuff I need to do in addition to work, though. So, we're trying a new drink tonight. It is a Spilt. It is a caffeinated milk chocolate with 20 grams of protein and it's 90 calories. So, and it has no sugar. It's sugar-free. 3 grams of carbs, 320 milligrams of sodium, a little bit of cholesterol. Yeah, not bad. Has calcium. So we're going to. Do I need to shake this at all? It is caffeinated. Do I need to do a lightly shake? Sometimes they say shake lightly. I don't know. But this came today. I got a variety pack, so I have several different flavors to try to see which ones I like. So we're gonna give this a taste though. Tastes like milk chocolate. Or chocolate milk, rather. Um, there's maybe ever so slightly a very, very mild kind of protein aftertaste, but it's very, very mild. It could be mistaken as just like the chocolate milk flavor too, but yeah, not bad. That's the chocolate milk one. I have several other flavors to try as well. But let us go ahead, um, I guess get into it. We're gonna start out with some Rosie. So last we saw Rosie, she had returned from Vegas. And yeah, she was having a rough go of it. She is a big girl, and walking was difficult for her. And you could see her struggling. You could really see her struggling to um, travel around. She requires wheelchair assistance in the airports. Um, she also had a couple of guys being really creepy with her, which she was very naive about. But also, we didn't see any issues with her agoraphobia or her diabetes, which I believe she still is diabetic. She hasn't. I'm gonna reverse my diabetes. There's something on Instagram with her doing that. I need to find it. She's having this like I don't know, just she's like raging in her car at somebody. Um and um oh, the non-tism. Yeah, her whole non-tism thing. Um so yeah, let's see here. This video is titled An Emotional Weigh-In and Discussion About My Upcoming Health Journey. I'd love to get I need to get my basement finished so I can move my office down to the basement because I don't have a good place to put my camera anymore. So it's kind of in front of my monitor and I'm having to look around it a little bit. But I never have very good lighting. I apologize. This ring light over here is just not doing me any favors. Let's turn that up that way. Let's turn this. Ooh, let me just smash my frickin' keyboard. Let me turn this one down. Here we go. I am pasty as fuck to begin with, and these lights don't help me any. I know it is spooky season, but, I don't need any help being ghost-like. So, maybe we don't even need this one. We don't even need this one. Look at that. Not even needed. Now it's a little fuzzy, though. Let me turn on my closet light again for y'all. All right, got a little bit of backlighting so it isn't quite so fuzzy. Because the camera, it's a 4K camera, but I don't know. Apparently it requires lighting. Who knows? So, we're going to see what Rosie has to say. We will leave her, how long? 19 minutes? We'll leave her at regular speed for right now. And if we need to speed her up, we will.
Hi, welcome to me. I have a lot that
Hi, welcome to me.
Hi, welcome to me. I have a lot that I've been reflecting on, thinking on, feeling about since I got back
Is her volume okay for you?
from Vegas. Since I edited all those vlogs, watching back all the footage, and just dealing with
Because you were having a rough go.
the aftermath of traveling and what that did to my body and um, what my life has been like since I got back. Because as a family,
So yeah, traveling, I mean, you can retain a lot of water just anyway, like fluid in your legs and whatnot when you're stationary for a long time. Just why people wear compression socks on planes, right? To help with the fluid retention and to prevent blood clots. So I imagine sitting for long periods of time on the plane hasn't been good to her, even though she sits at home all the time. She sits down in her fucking kitchen to cook. You would think, so I mean, thinking about being like, oh yeah, the struggles of this trip really was a wake up. Having to sit down in your kitchen in a fucking desk chair and wheel around because you can't stand to cook isn't enough of like a, hey, you need to do something.
this is the night before. I'm planning to do the grill out live with my dad.
You
This
watch
is something
that.
I wanted to do before I went to Vegas and just ended up not having the time. So I'm gonna just kind of put a warning here. This vlog is probably going to be very emotional. Yesterday was when I
So emotional, so emotional. Get out the tissues. All right, we got the tissues ready. We're ready for the emotion. We can dab our eyes.
went to Sam's Club with my brother, and I don't know which vlog is gonna go up
We'll
first. I
watch
think
that
this
one.
one might, honestly, um, because that one is lighter, like more lighthearted in tone. I made a shop with me, but I was really struggling yesterday, like physically. I'm still like, I'm just dealing. I'm still in like nerve pain mode. Like I am just. It's been a week from today since I got back home. It's been almost to the time.
So she's been
Like
home for a
in a
week.
couple hours, it'll be exactly 7 days since I arrived home from my Vegas trip. And I don't want my tears or my sadness to um, come off as if I'm looking for sympathy or
Oh, because you're not gonna get it.
I don't even know what the words are. I just finally feel like I'm in a place to not only open my own eyes and um, reflect and start to face what I've been ignoring for the past year.
So you're finally ready to acknowledge that you need to make some changes. Because she's gonna tell us her weight later. She weighs less than Amber Lynn. Even though when you see her walking, it looks like she weighs more than Amber Lynn just by her body shape. Because Amber Lynn is only 5'3". I want to say Quirky is like 5'4" or 5'5".
But to be able to actually talk about it. I'm never gonna be the kind of person that comes on the internet and is like pretending to be healthier or
I will say most of Amber Lynn's weight appears to be in her legs, whereas Quirky's appears to be more in her abdomen.
pretending that I'm doing shit that I'm not. Um, that's not who I am. And so because of that, the past year,
Wait, what was that?
to be healthy, year, but to be able to actually talk about it. I'm never gonna be the kind of person that comes on the internet and is like pretending to be healthier or pretending that I'm doing shit that I'm not.
Hmm, I don't know about that.
Um, that's not who I am. And so because of that, the past year, I've just been ignoring it. And I have not wanted to talk about it. I have not wanted to make content around it because I just feel like that would have been irresponsible and rage baity and just shit that I don't.
Why would it have been irresponsible to make content around like your weight and how you're feeling and what you need to do to. What is this? So is it just not a sorry squirrel? Um, why would that be rage baity?
Do on this channel. But I do want to document
I'm
like
not gonna do
where
that
I'm
on this
currently
channel.
at because my goal and my hope is that I don't want to cry,
She's so much better than everybody else in Girl World, even though she fakes half her illnesses and diagnoses.
bitch. Ugh. My goal and my hope is that a year from now I'll be able to see and compare to where I'm at.
I hope you
Because
do.
this video is not a launch into a weight loss journey. Because I feel like there's certain expectations with that, certain uh I guess like guidelines, certain things like
There's no guidelines to it. If you want to lose weight and are trying to lose weight and you're documenting that on your YouTube channel, then it's kind of a weight loss journey. Journey? What the fuck? It is kind of a weight loss journey. I mean, people are going to expect you to show progress unless you have extenuating circumstances. But you know, people wouldn't. There's no guidelines to it. People will have expectations when you're putting it on the internet.
um that I'm just not ready for. What this video is for me to
To a soft launch.
relaunch and restart a health journey in the sense of for the first time in a year, I'm going to start trying again. And
So you are trying to lose weight. Or you're trying to be healthier.
what I mean by that is I'm planning on doing what worked last time.
Last time you were on Zepbound? She was on something last time. She was on a semaglutide or a tirzepatide. She was on one of those last year.
And what worked last time, for those of you who may have been subscribed to me for a long time, was what I would talk about a lot is how I would just take one small step at a time and making one change at a time, focus on that, and then move on to the next one and build on top of each other.
I mean, lots of weight loss coaches and people that aren't armchair internet people making reaction videos. People that actually know what they're talking about, like dietitians and people, do recommend let's not overhaul everything at once. That's going to be a recipe for disaster. Let's not cut out all carbs, cut out all sugar, no fast food, nothing. They don't recommend overhauling everything at once. They do recommend let's make this change. Okay, you've got that change down and you're good. Now let's make this change. It's seen as more of a marathon and not a sprint, right? Let's take this change and make it. Because if you overwhelm somebody, especially somebody like Rosie or Amber Lynn or Foodie Beauty that have issues with food, and you try to overhaul everything at once, like you're gonna exercise, you're gonna count your calories, you're gonna cut out this and cut out this and do this. No, let's make small changes that you can maintain. You know, have small goals like maybe weekly or every other week that you can do and then build on. Like she's saying here, I'm going to make a small change, we're going to succeed at it and then make another change. Because if you overwhelm people, they're just not going to succeed.
And that really worked for me. It was realistic, it made sense. The natural causation of those changes is going to result in weight loss.
Obviously those changes she made did not stick.
But I'm also not planning on weighing myself super frequently, especially for a while, because I'm emotionally really struggling with this. I'm just gonna be real. Like,
Why? What are you struggling with emotionally? What are you struggling with emotionally? Knowing that you need to make changes?
I, as much as I want to do this, I also don't want to.
Why would you not want to? I know she's perfectly happy with how she is, probably, but seeing in her Vegas vlogs how much she was struggling just to even walk a block or across the street was rough.
Again, I'm just gonna be real. But oh man,
Why is it at 480? Good grief. There we go. Put her back in high
Vegas
def.
woke me up. And I had already, like, you can ask my mom. Like, I had already been talking about how, like, when
Okay, what she wrote here, oh good grief. What I was trying to say here is that I'd been talking with my mom for some time about how I wanted to start addressing lifestyle changes once I got back from the trip, but I didn't word it super well. Okay.
I get back from Vegas, like, I'm gonna need to sit down and make some
Reevaluate.
lists and just like kind of organize myself and think about what my next moves are, because it's something where
Speaking of list, I need to go to Lowe's in the morning, and I had like a bunch of things in my mind that I needed to get, and I can't remember any of them now. Like two. Oh, I
these
just remembered
lifestyle
one.
changes are going to also impact my content, and I don't see a reality
Sorry, I'm opening my list to it.
where I can just suddenly switch up on how I'm living my life and it not be addressed in my content. But I also don't want to share every teeny tiny little detail about everything and then get everybody's opinion on everything, and
Sure.
making this harder. I'm about to go weigh myself for the first time in a very long time. Since my last vlog that I talked about how I lost 100 pounds, I have probably only weighed myself a handful of times. Um,
So she lost 100 pounds while she was on the weight loss medication.
Maybe two handfuls because it's been a year. Um, but that those were just so more so because I wanted to like know um, if things were getting much worse than I thought. I have no idea what I weigh because the last time I weighed myself, I was over 500 pounds.
If we look at pictures from her from a year ago, um, yeah, over 500 pounds. Goodness, I have Instagram notifications. Nothing important. Let's see. I think she's quirky. Oh, she's quirky love Rosie. Oh, look at her. She's followed by the Zachary Mike. Let's follow her too. Look at that. We're gonna follow her. Okay. So, if you look at a year ago, this here's from a year ago, I think. 59 weeks. Yeah, this is a year ago. Compared to what she looks like now. I mean, this was like a year ago. Compared to now. Same dress, right here. This green dress. This was in Vegas 2 weeks ago. Same dress.
If I remember correctly, I think I was 5'11", and I will be surprised if I'm still around that weight. But I don't know to what extent my weight is right now.
So last time she weighed herself, she was 5'11". She carries her weight a lot differently than Amberlynn, so their body shapes look a lot different.
Because my mobility is at an all-time low, and I'm 33, and I have got to get my shit together, dude. And I wish I I cannot express to you guys how much I wish that weight loss was as simple as calories in, calories out.
I've said as much in my last video as well that there are other factors when it comes to weight loss than just calories in, calories out. There are so many other factors. Everybody's body burns things differently, whether you have underlying medical conditions. There's so many factors to how your body metabolizes and burns those calories.
Because yes, that's the mechanics of weight loss. But human beings are not machines. And when it comes down to the mental health aspects, the psychological damage
It's kind of like cars, right? You know, your car's fuel efficiency is going to be different depending on the different model of cars. But also, if you don't take care of that car and, you know, the engine gets all sludgy with oil, it's not going to run right. It's not going to function properly. You know, same thing with human bodies. If you don't keep it functioning properly, it's not going to work right. It's just,
that I've endured from things that have not only happened to me, but decisions I've made in my past.
wait, what was that?
The psychological, but human beings are not machines. And when it comes down to the mental health aspects, the psychological damage that I've endured from things that have not only happened to me, but decisions I've made in my past.
So I don't know a lot about any trauma in her past to know exactly what she's referring to here. As far as I know, her childhood was fine, and it has nothing to do with how she was raised or her parents or anything, other than I think she felt a little neglected because I think her brother got more attention because he's autistic, and she didn't get the attention from her parents as much as she thought she should, I guess. Um, but I don't know of other trauma. I know that she was in a relationship for several years in her like early to mid 20s with somebody, and then she has said that she was groomed into the Fifi community. So I guess maybe that's what she's referring to.
I deal with things that are so hard on me mentally when it comes to these topics that I try really hard not to hate myself for. And I feel like before I gave up on my first health journey here on YouTube, um, and because I've had been on other health journeys before in the past, but
She submitted, so Nikki T A, I've shown her channel before. She uploaded a copy of um Rosie's Biggest Loser audition tape from when she was 20 years old. So 13 years ago, she tried out for The Biggest Loser. The video is like, oh, it's kind of cringe. Um,
specifically this last go around, I had a better sense of self, and I, in the past year, I've kind of developed and almost in a way fostered this level of self hatred
I'm gonna speed her up a smidgy smidge. We're gonna go to 1.25.
for myself that I'm not used to,
You wouldn't be able to tell.
because when I was a child, oh my god, I had no sense of self worth, self love, none of that. But then when I found body positivity and the fat acceptance movement, as much as I'm critical of those things at the time, they really helped me in the sense of my mental health, because it provided a community of people that could relate to my struggles.
But people that I see in the body positivity and fat acceptance and all those things, don't like it when you decide to lose weight. They don't like the word exercise or healthy or diet or losing weight. They don't like any of those things. It's very extreme on the opposite side.
and it provided a safe haven to not have to worry about just the immense amount of struggle that it comes with trying to lose weight. I will speak for, and specifically my situation.
It's people that validate you for just being who you are and being like, "Yes, queen." It's just like being fat is fine if you want to be fat, sure. I mean, being overweight and morbidly obese, but then don't complain if you can't do things because of it if you don't want to do anything about it. A lot of the people in the movement are they're in their 20s. They're young, feeling healthy, but when you get to be my age in your mid 40s, it's not fun to be 500 pounds like Rosie is. I mean, I've never been that heavy, but her mobility is bad and she's just 33. I mean, imagine in 10 years if she makes it that long, and that's horrible to say, but same thing for Amberlynn and Foodie. As heavy as they are, it takes a toll on your body.
The amount of weight that I need to lose, the backgrounds that I have with different communities. It's not impossible. And I know so
But even just like a year ago, or earlier this year, even, I think it was earlier this year with her friend Rain, Planet with a Palette, that she had asked Zachary Michael to react to. Um, Planet with a Palette, she was asking her to make content with her, and they filmed some eating content because Planet with a Palette, I believe, is in the Fifi community and makes basically OnlyFans content for that genre. Um, and Rosie was like, "Oh, let's make content together." There's a video about it over on Nikki Tia's channel. So even within like whenever their friendship was within the last year, she was all about making that content. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was in the last year. It could have been a couple of years ago, but it's pretty recent, I believe.
so much of this, so much of this is
I'll
based on
check.
trauma, and I can understand the reasonings and the explanations, but I can't use it as an excuse. If I want to have the life that I want. And I have so many irrational fears.
Sorry.
In the Vegas vlog, I made a joke about one of them, like my fear of escalators, because that's kind of funny. I can poke at that one, like that's funny to me. Like at the end of the day, like the thought of getting on an escalator makes me want to die, but like, and that's just so silly to me. So I laugh about it, but even though like that fear is very real, I don't feel that same sense of hilarity when it comes to my fear of losing weight because I have one.
Sorry, I'm not listening to her. I'm looking at Rain's channel. I think it was in a live that she talked about it. Maybe not. She may have taken the videos down. Sorry, I'm just looking on her channel here real quick. Um, I think it's pretty recent that this all went down. I think it's hmm, I think it was in the last year.
That is so irrational. It's so irrational. And it's so, I don't have a better word for it. It's so stupid. Like, and I have experiences with like a past partner that have just continued to stay with me. And then, of course, my experiences in the feederism community and how to this day, I still struggle with tying my identity into fatness. And there have been there have been
progress of
times
feeling
that
better.
I have thought or felt like I've made
Sorry.
progress, and I think that there may be truth to that. You know, like it's obviously I don't hold the same ideology that I once did. Um, like I was watching
So it's 2023. Um, so early 2023 was when this stuff with Rain went down, Planet with the Palette, and even continued up until now. Mm.
just yesterday. I think it was yesterday or today. Megan Ann uploaded a video reacting to a fat liberation TikToker talking about
Megan who?
equating Ozempic to genocide. And I was sitting there and I was mortified. I was
What?
like watching it. I was like, this is insanity. Like, this is insane. And then I started watching it and I was thinking to myself, I was like, there's just no way when I was in fat acceptance, I would have agreed with this line of thinking. And I kept watching and I was listening to her talk and then it just like started jogging some memories. And I was like, actually, I don't know. I don't think I can. I know current me thinks that that's fucking crazy and horrible. And I think there would have been a part of me that would have disagreed with it, but I would have agreed with certain things because I
Whoops.
used to believe
Wrong
that
thing to click
you
on.
know, like
I
these
think
different
I think she would have went along with it because she wants acceptance. She wants to belong. She would have been like, yeah, it totally is. She would have went along with it.
fat acceptance talking points, and it's just seeing it back from the outside. It just makes you go like, oh my god, I just don't even know how I got there. I will say that this deep-seated fear, as much as I can try to intellectualize
Hey, shut the front door. How you doing? And happy Friday to you.
it, intellectualize my feelings, it doesn't change how insurmountably difficult it is and it feels to confront these things. And then when, of course, when you add on to the fact of like the court of public opinion, it just gets really overwhelming.
Sure,
I feel like
sure. We all have opinions. I'm all right. I'm tired. I'm stressed, but we're taking a work break to watch the girls. I mean, yeah, we have opinions. I'm making a video reacting to you. We all have opinions. Only Rosie knows what's going to be best for her, really. However, acting on that will be the challenge, right? Just like Amber Lynn knows what she needs to do. She just doesn't do it.
I'm rambling right now because I don't want to know what I weigh. But
Get on that scale, girl. So last time she weighed in, just as a reminder, last time she weighed herself, she weighed 511 pounds.
I need to. All right, it's time to confront what I've done to myself.
At least she says what I've done to myself. She's taking, at least verbally, responsibility. She's at least outwardly saying, this is my fault. This is what my decisions have led to.
All right.
Can that scale go up high enough? 506.6. Damn. So she's about 5 pounds less than she was last time she weighed herself. So she's lost a few pounds. Maybe she just had a big poop.
What?
Time of
What?
day affects it too.
What? mean, okay, cool. I'm down 4 pounds from the last time I weighed myself, but I still feel like shit. I'm tired of feeling like shit. I was so afraid I was gonna be like in the 530s
Well, I mean, I can see why you would be afraid of that.
because of just how awful I feel. I mean, I don't think being over 500 pounds is necessarily something worth celebrating in any capacity.
No. Um, no, it's not. I mean, being less than what you thought you were, I guess, is a good thing, but still, you're still over 500 pounds. That's not good. That's 100 pounds per foot of height.
So I'm a little confused about how I feel right now. I think my biggest emotion is relief that it's not as bad as I thought it was. So I think it was 506.6. I think is what it said. It was 506 point something. Um, so that is my new starting point. Last time I talked about how I was like my highest was 550, and I think I
Don't do the from my highest weight bullshit like Amberlynn does. Don't do the, okay, well, I'm down 60 pounds because my highest weight 6 fucking years ago was 572.6 and now I'm 512.6, so I'm down 60. No, bitch. You've lost 3 pounds because last week you were 514. Let's not do the whole, well, 4 years ago I weighed this. No, let's use your starting point now. At this moment, I weigh this. This is where I'm starting from.
used that as like my starting point in terms of weight loss. This time I'm gonna simplify it. I'm starting this journey on at 506.6. And yes, I'm down what like 44 pounds from my highest, but that was in 2017.
Yeah. Okay, so in 9 years or 8 years, you've lost 40 pounds. Great. That was 8 years ago.
So let's just call it as what it is, 506.6. I will not be weighing myself for a while because I'm going to
Shut the front door. Yeah. From my starting weight in 2009 when I was just out of yeah, it's like I could be like, "Oh, well, from my birth, I've gained X amount of." No. Liz, you forgot to do your weigh in today.
be focused on healthy lifestyle changes. And in my next video where I talk about my health and stuff,
Your next video is you zipping around Sam's Club on a scoot scoot.
I want to talk more about the specifics and maybe like kind of take the time, like over a period of time to film things and just like talk about the different shifts that I'm making because they are going to be small and there isn't going to be a dramatic weight loss here. That's not my goal. That's not what I'm trying to do because I don't want to spook myself. I don't want to um, cause myself to get burnt out and give up. And, you know, I know that next time I hit a next new big milestone,
So this sounds like caveats to me. Hey, Mistress of the Dark, I hope you're doing well. This sounds like she's giving herself a way out if she doesn't actually make any positive changes or see any results on the scale. This seems to me like she's like, well, I said that I wasn't going to make big drastic changes. I'm just making small changes. Well, I said this wasn't going to be a weight loss journey. It was going to be a health journey. Well, this this feels like she's just giving herself excuses and ways out to not show any progress. Back that up a few seconds here.
be small, and there isn't going to be a dramatic weight loss here. That's not my goal. That's not what I'm trying to do because I don't want to spook myself. I don't want to
I don't want to spook myself. How would that is oh, the scale's down 10 pounds. I mean, what the How
um, cause myself to get burnt out and give up. And
I would think that not seeing progress would cause her to burn out and give up. Not seeing progress. Seeing progress is usually what motivates people. So if she sees these positive changes having positive effects on her life, that typically isn't going to cause a burnout. I mean, if she's eating chicken, broccoli, and rice every meal every day, I could see that burning her out really quick. But you can find healthier meal choices and try to find variety, which is what I've been working with my dietitian the past several months because I've been cooking at home, um, and rarely getting anything from takeout. Um, when I was traveling for work, of course, I had takeout, but I think I've had takeout 3 times in the last 6 weeks, ever since I got home from Vegas, or not Vegas, from New Orleans. Um, so I would imagine for her, seeing progress wouldn't strike me as something that would burn you out. Hey Anna, I hope you're doing well.
you know, I know that next time I hit a next new big milestone, it's going to be scary, and the hardest part is going to be not
I don't understand this. Somebody explain to me why would hitting a milestone be scary? Why would seeing positive progress be scary? Would it be scary in the instance of, wow, things are changing. Change is scary. But it's, yeah, Liz, progress should motivate. Yeah, this is confusing to me. It sounds to me like she is setting up a way to have excuses. I'm doing all right. I'm just making a little bit of time to stream here because if I don't make time to do it, I'm not gonna have time to do it. A cop out. Yeah, shut the front door. Yeah, it sounds to me like that's what she's doing.
reverting and falling back like I did last time. And
Wait, wait, wait.
get out and give. I don't want to um, cause myself to get burnt out and give up. And you know, I know that next time I hit a next new big milestone, it's going to be scary, and the hardest part is going to be not reverting and falling back like I did last time. And I don't want to waste another year.
I don't I don't understand this. Maybe somebody can explain it to me like I'm 5. What her thought process is for this because I'm not following it. Um, it it seems counterintuitive to me. It seems kind of counter as to how people would normally operate by seeing themselves succeed at something. Seeing yourself do well at something isn't usually like a, well, we're going to go back and do something. No, it's typically, hey, this is working. I want to keep doing it. I mean, I could see if somebody's here's a possible example. If you're going to the gym every day and not seeing results, I could see you being like, I'm not seeing any results. Why am I doing this? But if you're going to the gym every single day and you're seeing results, you're seeing yourself able to run longer, lift heavier weights, you're seeing yourself develop more muscles, seeing muscles become more defined. Typically, you're like, this is great. I want to keep doing this. I feel good. And you want to keep making that progress. It's not a, oh, I'm so tired. And now some people could get burnt out, I guess, on going to the gym. Like, I'm tired of just going every day. I'm just tired. But for what she's talking about, doesn't she's not talking about like doing great physical exertion, right? She was talking about making very small changes in very small increments So I don't know why this would cause burnout or make her stop. Yeah, I don't get it. You're doing your friend's nails tomorrow for the first time. Well, that's awesome. Are you a nail technician or are you just doing it for fun?
Of my life, of just existing. I don't want to do that anymore.
Well, we could start by not wheeling around the goddamn kitchen in your desk chair.
To my viewers, my supporters,
These snaps are not for you. Sorry.
I thank you for
I need that soundbite from Elia.
those who have stuck around. I know a lot of people left in the past year. A lot of people left because I wasn't making health content. A lot of people left because I started cooking and eating on lives. Quite frankly, I don't plan to stop cooking on my live.
So here's a quick thing. In the traditional, original sense of mukbangs, what she does are mukbangs. They are eating on camera with people so other people can eat with you and not feel lonely. That's the traditional, original Korean reason behind mukbangs. Eating broadcast is what it means. But what mukbangs have become over the last several years are people eating copious amounts of food on camera and large amounts of food. So what Rosie does in the traditional sense is mukbangs. She doesn't usually eat super large amounts of food. She does eat larger portions. Um, but she does it consistently. Like every single video of hers, her lives, she's cooking and eating food every single video. Well, okay, not every single video. We'll say 98% of her videos. So I would consider her channel to almost be a mukbang channel. Um, because that is uh the main thing that she does is cook and eat on her channel. Oh, you're going to get a license. That sounds awesome, Anna. Good practice then.
Lives. I just am planning on making those gradual changes, and I hope that you guys will see that reflected in the content. I think one of the first things I am planning on doing is just trying to not only like reduce the frequency, but um, adjust what and how I cook over time. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening wherever you are, and stay true. Bye, guys.
All right. So I do want to get to the Amberlynn video. She's still live? No, I don't care. Um, I do want to watch her scooting through Sam's Club video. So she did go live the other night. Um, shit, I don't want to open that over there. Um, she did go live the other night, but we are going to watch her scooting through Sam's Club. Scan and Go with me, featuring my bro. Oh goodness, I think I was looking for a thumbnail. Okay, so we'll leave her at regular speed for the moment.
Hi, welcome to me. So I tried
Welcome to me. I should start my videos with that.
filming this intro before we went on the grocery shopping haul. As you can see, there's some a little stuff still behind me. But we just got back from doing a bit of a shop with me. I just wanted to kind of like intro a little bit about what happened. My brother was a super trooper. He came with me to go to Sam's Club. He was not only helping with like the shopping process and getting stuff that he needed with me, but he was also my filmographer. I haven't seen the footage back yet, so
I think you mean videographer, videographer, videographer. I don't think filmographer is a word. Hello, Shaw. I hope you're doing well. So is this an excuse for if the footage is bad, we can blame her brother?
It's going to be interesting to see how he did because we've never done anything like this before. So, yeah,
Making your brother film you shopping in Sam's Club?
let's jump into it. All right, let's go. My brother's parking the car right now.
So he dropped her off at the front. I wonder if she has a handicap placard. I don't know.
Hi. All right. Sorry, I'm just getting so okay.
Starting by the Halloween candy. That's a dangerous place. That is a dangerous place this time of year.
We're gonna go ahead and go. I texted you. There we go.
How's the volume for y'all? Me.
Hey, let's go. We're good on. Oh, we need laundry.
Oh my god. This is a horrible view. Oh my god. Her brother's name is Levi. Oh, Levi. That shady ass view.
Okay, I missed our turn. Hold up. Beep beep. Beep beep.
That would be so just unless I have like a broken leg or foot or something, having to use one of these damn carts. Beep, 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 back it up. Although in her last video, she mentioned her wake up call that she needs to make changes is the struggles she was having walking around Vegas. I would say barely being able to fit in the mobility scooters and having to sit in your kitchen and wheel around would have been the wake up calls. Because this handle is right up against her stomach, but she's a pro with those controls. Liz says, when I was bigger and worked at Home Depot, I didn't even want to drive the scooter in because I was afraid people would jump. Oh, Liz.
Take a look at these laundry trigger prices. Okay, so we also need Downy, don't we?
Yeah.
We need Downy, right?
Yes, we do need Donnie because we are quite low on that.
Yes, we do need Downey because we are quite low. Her brother has a very deep voice.
Go ahead and just. I think they only have April Fresh. Just go ahead and grab that.
He is not your manservant. You could say please.
Oh, let me. Hang on, I gotta do scan and go. Um, Levi, I have to do scan and go.
Yes, you do.
We're not getting two.
But you can.
Yes, you do. So she's trying to tell him, I need you to bring it to me so I can scan it. Don't just put it in your cart. So she's at Sam's Club. What you can do there is you can have your Sam's Club app and you can scan your items as you're putting them in your cart and then just pay for them through your Sam's Club app. And then you can just, as you're leaving, be like, I already paid. And you can zip on through and then leave. And you don't have to stand in line and wait to be checked out. My ex girlfriend had a Sam's Club card and she would occasionally do the scan and go. And that was six-ish, six-ish, six-ish or seven-ish years ago, like 2018. Um, so yeah, so you can just it's super handy because you avoid the line. You just scan, pay for it, and leave.
And scan the one here.
Okay.
Did you hear? So she's sitting right by a rack of them. She's sitting right by them. And she's like, Levi, I need to scan it. And he's like, yes, you do. I thought you could scan one right here. She's sitting right next to them. And then the look on her face is like, because you can see right here's the Downy, right next to her, where he picked it up and is heading back to his car. And she's like, I need, and he's like, you could just scan this one.
He's like, I have to do scan and go.
Yes, you do.
We're not getting two.
But you can scan the one here.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. There we go.
Oh, let's blur out those people. Let's blur out those people that we don't know. Oh, it's children. Let's blur out the children and myself.
Let me look at all these prices here. So these pods are 20, 25.
That's a big fucking blur. Could you not have made it smaller? I mean, I've blocked out people in my videos before too, and it takes a lot of effort. You can do tracking. You can have Adobe Premiere track things. I don't bother with it, but oh, Costco doesn't have that, Liz?
Let me see what the liquid costs are.
Oh, damn, she's off. Look at her go, zippity zip.
Oh, they're almost the same. Have we ever gotten the member marks before?
I don't recall, but
You want to try it? It's $5 cheaper.
yeah.
I don't recall. Oh, I like him. He sounds so over her shit. Reminder, her brother is autistic. I think he works at Walmart. He has a job. He has a full-time job. I don't recall. It's $5 cheaper. So saving some money, getting the cheaper version of laundry detergent. In this economy, save every bit that you can. Shit's expensive.
Got it. Yep, so I got paper towels. You can just go ahead and buy the paper plates. Go ahead and put these under the cart.
You are just bossy, bossy, bossy.
Good lord, we're already at $66.
That's a big fucking thing of paper plates. Do you not have regular dishes in your house? Do you only eat off paper plates? I mean, I use paper plates occasionally. Like if I'm heating up something for breakfast real quick, or just like making a sandwich or something, I'll use paper plates. But that's a lot of paper plates. We've seen her eat out of bowls before. She has bowls.
So these are your stuff?
Yes.
So you want both of these?
Yes, and
Are there any other bars you want to get? Go ahead and grab them.
let's see.
Let's see.
Oh, there should be something else around here.
Well, they have Built Bars. I think those were the coconut ones.
Nope, nothing else.
Those are it's a dual pack. We have the chocolate brownie and the coconut, or is that cookie dough? Maybe cookie dough.
Sale. These are $30 on TikTok Shop.
$17? Shit. I need me a Sam's Club card. Did I say Sam's Choice earlier? Sam's Club. I need a Sam's Club card. Built Puffs are good. I had one earlier today as a snack, and I still have the wrapper on my desk because I'm a lazy bitch. I had the s'mores chunk one because I forgot to put it in my trash can over here.
And they are $17 here. I'm getting
That's a good price. She's at $30 on the TikTok shop. Damn TikTok shop.
two of those, $2 off. Don't mind if I do.
Oh, hey, $2 off. Sweet. Take that coupon.
Oh, you need your Belvitas, right?
The chocolate ones.
Chocolate ones? Okay. How many?
2 ought to do it.
Two ought to do it. All right. So these are all okay, these are the soft ones. I think the soft Belvita chocolate sandwiches are pretty tasty, but so far we have gotten a bunch of snacks.
So yeah, just looked at this.
Do
Basically,
you want this?
oh yeah,
How
think
much is this?
$6. Usually one box would be roughly the same amount you would get for just by itself, just one of the things. So that basically gives
Yeah,
you.
I mean, I definitely won't be eating this, but this is for you, so.
Oh, this is definitely for you. I don't eat these sugary cereals. This is Levi's cereal, not mine. $6 for those 3 boxes. It's a pretty good deal.
Sure. Yeah, we're at 166.03 already. You need Nutella peanut butter?
You're at what? 100 and
Yeah, I mean, I definitely won't be eating this, but this is for you, so. Sure. Yeah, we're at 166.03 already.
156.03 already, and all you've purchased is snack bars and cereal, paper towels, and paper plates. $156 so far, and all you've purchased is a bunch of fucking snack bars and some cereal. Let's take off $20 for the paper towels and paper plates. So we're looking like $130 probably on just fucking snacks. Oh, wait. We do have laundry stuff, so we'll say $100 on 110, 115 on snacks.
You need Nutella peanut butter?
Oh no, I stopped that.
We need Nutella peanut butter. Well, what'd you say? I love listening to Levi.
66.03 already. You need Nutella peanut butter?
Oh no, I stopped that long ago.
Apparently, he used to have a fixation with Nutella peanut butter. I don't know if she's meaning like a Nutella and peanut butter mixture, because Nutella is hazelnut spread. Damn, she is just zipping along, about to run into that shit.
Don't knock it over, bitch. There we go. This is only $7.
Let's get more cereal. Is this for you? Is this your cereal?
Okay. Alright. We don't have any more Velveeta in the pantry.
Okay, got some mac and cheese.
$12 for 2 pounds is not shabby. It's not the best, but it's not shabby. Oh, we're like out of tomato sauce.
We're out of tomato sauce. I had to buy crushed tomatoes today that I can use for spaghetti or pasta.
Here. Might need this
Shit,
to go in your cart once I get it scanned. Just put
a lot of fucking tomato. So I could shop at these like bulk stores like Sam's Club and Costco, but it's just me. I mean, I could go through some of this stuff pretty quick if I made the same thing week after week, but it's just like diced tomatoes. I use a lot of Rotel tomatoes and things. I don't like the Walmart brand, but Rotel tomatoes, I go through a shit ton of Rotel tomatoes, especially in the winter when I'm making chili.
this on the bottom somewhere so it doesn't crush stuff, okay?
Yeah.
There you go.
I get the what now?
The classico sauce?
Classico
The
sauce.
spaghetti sauce. Yeah. Thank you. This is a good price. They're less than $7 for 3.
Not bad. No big jars.
1 bag of pepperoni, as you requested.
Thank you, bud.
Shit, that's a lot of pepperoni. What'd you call it?
one bag of pepperoni as you requested.
Thank you, bud.
Oh, bub. Thank you, bub. I call my brother that too.
God, I can't. We're already at $200. And then, should we get 2 or 3 of these? Because I think we're down to like 1 or 2 in the pantry.
Holy shit! How much ketchup do you need? How much fucking ketchup? Are we stocking up for like an apocalypse of like no ketchup? We only have 1 or 2 in the pantry. Should I get 1 or should I get 3 or 6 giant fucking bottles of ketchup? Now, I don't care for ketchup. I'll eat it if it's on a burger, but I don't seek out ketchup. I don't use it on French fries or anything. It's so what? Who needs 3 or even 6, even 2 of these huge fucking bottles of ketchup unless you're using it to cook with,
What do
like
you
making
think?
sauces?
One by another batch.
Oh my
Yes.
god, they're getting.
Yep.
Just gotta ignite the light.
Please don't sing. Who needs 6 huge honkin' frickin' bottles of ketchup? These have expiration dates. That ketchup in the pantry, unless they go through a shit ton of ketchup, is probably going to be expired. And please don't sing.
Just on the night. Can you put these in your cart?
Please stop
Yeah,
singing.
that's
Very important ingredient. This is 100% real combo bacon. I love this stuff.
So
This
we
and all this
have
stuff. It lasts
bacon
forever in the
bits,
fridge.
bacon crumbles. I don't need you
Okay, go
singing
ahead and
Katy
record.
Perry.
Alright, we are out of onion powder.
Are we out of onion powder because you dumped all of it on your cabbage a couple of weeks ago? Or was that garlic powder? Was it garlic powder um that you dumped? Amber's crying. Is she crying in her live? Is she crying in the club?
Off of here, I will. Okay? I'm just explaining that, like, right now, I'm unhinged as fuck. Because I just got triggered as fuck reading this again. Triggered as fuck because you guys are believing an actual verbally abusive person who wants their partners to literally, like.
Hey, Lizzie R.
So.
So now you're making well we'll
I
get to
don't know what to
Amber.
say about.
We'll get to Amber later. Sorry. We are enjoying our peace and quiet of Rosie scooching on through.
I've been waiting to get this. Did I have anything else written down for seasonings? Barbecue rub.
You know, let's as much as I'm enjoying Levi's dulcet tones. No, she's in Sam's Club.
Go ahead and cut it because there's ketchup.
Oh, we're getting some chickens.
He stacked them so nicely, so I'll take these 2 on me in here.
Thank you for your hard work, good sir.
Oh, no problem.
Aw, look at Levi thanking him for his hard work. What a nice young man. And we're getting a chicken.
Oh, weird. I got to scan each of them separately for some reason.
Probably do the weight distribution.
And then I'm gonna stack those. Oh, I was gonna do that for you, sir. I'm sorry. Hot. It's very hot. It's very fresh. Woo.
Okay, 2 rotisserie
You can't beat
chickens.
a $5 cooked chicken. I'm telling you.
Absolutely for lean.
I just bought some ground beef today. That ground beef on the left there, the organic, like grass fed, it's good, but it's only like 85 or 90% lean. I just bought 3 pounds of 96% lean ground beef today to have for this next week.
Ground beef. All right.
It's a hairy arm. I don't know what Levi looks like. I've never seen him before. I'm trying to see the.
Okay, over here. Definitely hitting me too heavy to move.
Go ahead and move your cart.
There's a fly. I have a fly buzzing around. Probably I had the door open, the front door open earlier when I was bringing a couple of packages in off the porch, and a fly apparently decided to join me in the house. It's gonna drive me nuts. Go away.
I just want to get that closer.
I know. I appreciate you. I'm sorry. Did you already say you needed?
Too long didn't read. He's going to get bread, and I'm going to get his Baby Bell cheese.
I'm gonna go check.
Okay, grab what you need.
Go get that
Yeah.
bread. Fucking
Yeah.
fly. Now it's just annoying me.
I'll meet you back over here.
On purpose.
Let's see.
She said TLDR, and then she shows us him going to get the fucking
I
bread
would
and
like to
coming
get
back.
these, but I think I'm spent on that. Let's see what else.
That said he loves pretzel bread and had recently bought a lot of it. But I guess he's over the pretzel bread now. Wait. That's me backing up to turn around. The beep is so loud. It is loud.
I'm going to choose. But I'm not in a sweet tooth mood right now. Perhaps.
Shopping with Levi is actually pretty entertaining.
Wouldn't hurt to get this. I made a decision of wanting to get this.
Okay. Did you? What about bread?
That's all I want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wanted to probably get the pretzel bread, but I got enough at home.
Okay. Did you want your croissants?
Nah. Gonna get some of this stuff here. Spent out. Hold on. Okay, good. Do not want to pick up one of them that are open.
I'm enjoying shopping with Levi more than with Rosie. He's like, let me make sure this isn't open. Okay, it's good and solid.
We got the cranberry pecan chicken salad and your cashew.
Oh, that's the chicken salad she had shoved into that hot dog bun the other day.
She just found something.
What a shady brother. Let me zoom in on Rosie over here looking at I don't know, salads.
And thus we're now heading towards the department of the frozen food section. Would these work?
Yeah, look good.
Tub of grapes. I bought some grapes the other day at Fresh Time, and they're not doing too hot. They're not. They haven't been great.
Scan and Go shit is so easy to use. I love it. We are at 342 though. I don't love that.
342. This is groceries for 2 people, and then some odds and ends for the household, like dishes and stuff. Yeah, they're both warehouse stores. Lizzie are. Except Sam's Club is Walmart. 342. So I will say a lot of the things we're buying are bulk. I'm assuming this is going to be a couple of weeks worth of groceries, at least for some things, like all the snack bars they've purchased, and like that was a big thing of ground beef. That's going to be it should be several meals for them. The 3 boxes of cereal, that'll probably be maybe 2 weeks. So this could be 2 weeks worth of groceries. I'm not sure if what the plan is for this, if it's 1 week or 2. Such a sophisticated gentleman. He sounds like it. Yeah, I'm enjoying Levi.
That. I don't love that at all.
342.
Uh-huh.
Each. Well, we rarely did a big haul, so definitely one of those once a few months or so. And we gotta be careful what we pick.
Ooh. Go ahead and grab the broccoli for us.
Broccoli for it.
Broccoli florette, he said.
Or was it frolay, like the French word?
Yeah. Just means it's just like chopped up. 2 pounds.
What's florets? Broccoli florets. I like Levi. I'm enjoying him.
$4 already prepped. Love that.
Anything else?
That's it.
Alright.
Let me get one thing of vegetables in this whole fucking grocery haul. Let me get 1 bag of broccoli florets. Let me get 6 bottles of ketchup though.
Alright. Go ahead and get the napkins.
Nope.
And then can you also grab the cheddar?
Oh, God, cheese.
I also got the 2-pack of mozzarella. I don't know why we didn't film that part, but here you go.
I do like
Can't
cheese.
forget about these delectable things.
Gotta get the waffle fries.
$6 for a big bag like that.
I know, it's a good price.
I love he's turning to try to capture it. Bacon. She has the bacon crumbles, the bacon bits. Now we're getting real bacon. Maybe Levi likes bacon. I love just the turning as he's trying to figure out where he's going.
I'm hurting.
What'd she say?
We are $4 away from 400.
$4 away from 400. Shit.
I'm hurting.
Is it you're looking at now?
Well, I wanted to know if you wanted to do the frozen Chinese food and split that together. Because instead of egg rolls, we could try those steamed bao buns.
Okay, I mentioned that.
We don't need to buy the orange chicken. We can use chicken nuggets and leftover orange sauce around the food.
Yeah.
And then I really want to try these. And then, do you want to go ahead and grab the where is it?
Chinese style barbecue pork bao buns.
Not the egg rolls. Classic extra egg rolls.
Chicken pot stickers.
And then, do you want to split the emergency frozen pizzas?
Sure.
Okay, now for frozen pizzas.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, $11.98, $12.98. Now, yeah, they're both pepperoni pizzas. This is rising crust, and this is classic crust. So,
I prefer rising crust.
okay, go ahead and get it.
I'm actually pieced out from the last time we had them at the Papa John's, so I'm good.
Oh, you don't want to get them?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to get them
Okay, Levi does not want pizza. He's pizzaed out.
unless we split them, so
Yeah.
let's go. I want to look at the frozen fruit.
Jesus. Look at that U-turn. Turn on a dime. Look at the control and speed of that mobility scooter. Sorry. Just the way he's filmed that. Just he's doing a great job.
Strawberries or blueberries?
Yeah, we're going to do the sliced strawberries. $10 for 3 pounds.
Oh, we're getting some frozen strawberries.
$16 for 3 pounds. I know this is really good macros, like it's good protein too. Ooh, the ones that you like are on sale.
Oh, no, that's nice.
Okay, how many of those do you want?
2.
Okay.
Did a little kid just say something back there?
Bag number 1 and bag number 2.
You know what? Go ahead and hand me a bag. I'll write my name on mine.
Did Amberlynn rage quit? Because here's another live. Oh, look at that face. Oh. Look at those wings. Those are some pointy on point wings there. Okay. Anyway, back to Rosie.
And then I will just do it on sale.
Yeah.
Good God.
Because I've listened to Rachel's video, but we're gonna watch it.
We've just spent $41 on chicken nuggets.
$41 on chicken nuggets. Oh, you had pot stickers for dinner, Lizzie R? That sounds tasty. $41 on chicken nuggies. You can go to McDonald's and get a 20-piece chicken nugget for $5.
Yeah, we won't be spending for some time for groceries.
Nope, put mine back.
She looks like she's about ready to put another. Oh shit, Chris. I haven't watched Amber's videos. That's awful.
5 pounds, $13. That's better. That's $2.80 per pound.
Oh, we got a better deal. Got a better deal on the chicken thighs.
These are also really good. I like these.
Can you unscan things? I guess you can cancel things in your order if you decide you don't want it.
Let's see.
We still spent about the same amount of money. I digress.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, where are the raw frozen chicken breasts? Where are those?
Yes, that's what all the ketchup is for. Maybe they did get a big bag of waffle fries. Maybe they use a tub of ketchup per meal.
Probably are out.
That was like a very crucial part of this trip for me.
Bitch, they right here.
Let me circumvent. Go right by them.
Yep, pass by the inventage.
You really don't like store-bought nuggies? They're hit or miss for me. If I can get them crispy, like, I like the dinosaur-shaped ones. I like the dino nuggets for little kids. The Tyson ones. They have spooky ones. They have them shaped like ghosts and bats and pumpkins this time of year.
$10? It is 10 pounds.
27.
So currently we are at $474.32.
$474.32 in groceries. I really hope this is like for several weeks for them.
Ouch! That hurts my soul. A lot.
So you want me to try this thing here?
Yeah, go ahead and scan your card. I want to see where
Get a free sample.
There we go.
Just one more step. Register your email with FreeOS and Samsung.
Oh, you gotta register your email and all that shit to get a free sample of Downy. No, thank you.
Club to unlock our amazing.
If I need a frickin' fly swatter because this fly is driving me fucking nuts. I don't know if you can see it flying around, but this fly is driving me insane. Maybe you'd get some if you had Halloween shaped. Yeah, we have. They're Tyson. They're called spooky nuggets. It's just chicken nugget shaped like different shapes.
Samples, savings, and digital offers. Simply use the on-screen keyboard.
I'll edit out you typing in your mouth.
Don't worry.
Transform your laundry routine with Downy Rinse and Refresh. It fights stubborn odors with 3 times odor removal in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Oh my
Enjoy
god.
your sample. Buy some today.
Ka-chung! Jesus.
That's cool as shit. Thank you. Okay, let's go. That's cool as hell. We completely forgot to bring our reusable bags. This is gonna suck ass.
Look at that zoom in. Look at that shady ass zoom in that Levi just did. Chobani flips. Variety pack.
We're now 489. I think we're done.
I hope we are, because I don't think we can find any more that's going to make it impossible to move this cart.
Yeah. Oh, I'm wrong. We're out of bouillon.
Bouillon?
I'll put it in my cart though. So confirm. Let me actually just do it.
She just rides off screen.
We got the bouillon, chicken. Got 2 of those. One. Ooh, I only got 1 of those. Glad I missed it. Got 2 of those. We got 2 Belvitos, right?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, check out.
All set then.
Yep, they just have to scan and let's go. Oh, we did that. Okay. Oh my gosh.
So you've already paid and scanned, and then you're going out the door. Do they? I wonder if they just. I don't recall how they do this, but they will check. And I'm wondering if they check every single item, or if they just count or something.
Okay, so yeah, that was us shopping. I was just
Yeah, at Costco they count. I don't know. I don't recall what they do at Sam's Club. I don't know if they just give a quick check or if they count, because it's been a long time since I've been to Sam's Club, because I don't have a Sam's Club card, but my ex-girlfriend did. So I don't recall what they do at Sam's Club.
trying to like get it done. I've never done the scan and go without my mom, just because normally Sam's Club is like a me and my mom thing. When we would go. So when we were leaving, I realized I forgot to scan 2 items, and then I was just looking through, and I think I forgot to scan the Maybell cheese.
Baby Bell.
Oops, my bad. But they caught I forgot to scan the 2 like Asian food items. So we saw that, and I corrected that. I feel really bad. I forgot to scan.
Still in Baby Bell cheese. They can catch you for that later. So be warned, Rosie. Hey, Ilya, you're driving, but you wanted to say hello. Well, be safe driving. I hope work went well for you today.
Scan my brother's cheese, and she didn't catch it when we were leaving either. So I feel bad about that, honestly.
No, you don't.
But yeah, so we spent $517.92 in total.
So just about $518 in groceries. That's a lot for 2 people. Now, if that's for like a month or a few weeks, we'll see when her next grocery shopping is.
Whew. And I didn't go that crazy, and
you had 6 bottles of ketchup and like 8 boxes of like granola and snack bars. And like 6 bags of chicken nuggets. Maybe just 4.
I'm really proud of myself because in the clip that I filmed earlier, I was kind of just talking about how where I'm at in life.
I scrapped this clip because I got pretty emotional.
And like how I want to try to.
Oh, great job, Lizzie.
Start making some like smaller changes. So one of those things that I did today was normally when we go to the
Ilya, Lizzie R says, please focus on the road.
I didn't go that crazy, and I'm really proud of myself because in the clip that I filmed earlier, I was kind of just talking about how where I'm at in life and like how I want to try to start making some like smaller changes. So
you uploaded a whole video that we just watched talking about how you want to make these small changes. So, what small changes did we see in this grocery haul?
One of those things that I did today was normally when we go to Sam's Club, we always get some hot dogs, pizza, pretzels, and sometimes we'll get like a Sam's Club pizza from the like hot counter, the deli, whatever they call that concession stand, I guess. Because it's so affordable, and it's like cool. We can just buy that, have that for dinner, and we've gone grocery shopping, and we don't have to worry about cooking that night, right? Well,
Excuse me. A lot of people will do that. Like, God, I'm so tired from grocery shopping. Let's get takeout. That's what it's called at Costco, Lizzie R. Yeah, but like we see it all the time. We've done our grocery shopping. Let's go to Subway or go to Walmart or something. That'll be our takeout for the month. When I was growing up, we got takeout like once a month.
well, we decided like not to go at all, and I'm really happy with that. Also, like I didn't get a bunch of junk food. You know, I let myself get
I didn't get a bunch of junk food. There were so many freaking boxes of, I mean, granola bars, Belvita bars. They aren't horrible, but they're not like they could be just a quick snack or a quick breakfast if you want. But that's it's a I wouldn't say it's healthy-ish, good for you. I mean, there are worse choices she could have made. She could have bought a 10-pound bag of Halloween candy, but for as much as she cooks, I'm surprised she doesn't get more fresher ingredients. You know what I mean? They bought a lot of frozen things, which are fine if you're busy and it's cheaper, it's affordable. I understand that. And she's not working right now. YouTube is her only source of income, and her brother is working. I don't think she's doing OnlyFans, but YouTube is her income, I believe. So I understand being on a budget and having to get groceries within your means. And like Sam's Club and Costco um, are more affordable. Maybe she buys fresh ingredients at the regular grocery store. She could. She could. They may go to the regular grocery store too. Because she will have like fruit and things, but she did buy grapes. She did buy that bag of frozen broccoli. I mean, frozen vegetables are going to last longer. I have bags of frozen vegetables in my freezer right now that I can use. But she bought one bag of frozen broccoli and a container of grapes, and then like 4 bags of chicken nuggets. Now I don't know if Levi has food issues where there's only certain foods that he will eat. Um, but because it sounds like Levi will get on a kick with something and eat it repeatedly for a bit, and then he'll get tired of it and then switch what he really wants. Because they mentioned, okay, the pretzel bread, I'm kind of over that. I'm kind of over pizza. I'm kind of over this. So it seems like Levi will eat something for a long time, stop, and then eat more, or switch what he's eating. So I mean, she did get a few. She did get a few pounds of ground beef. She did get a bag of frozen chicken breast. It looked like, um, but it could have been a lot worse, I guess. But I mean, I guess the small change that she's working on making was, hey, we didn't get a pizza and hot dogs on the way out.
some of my like safe constant things like chicken nuggets and the frozen Asian food thing. But I mean, we didn't get like a bunch of
Some of my safe. She's using terminology like she's autistic and has food issues. She's not fucking autistic, and I wish she would stop it.
junk. My brother, he had got his safe foods like his bars and stuff. I was really excited to see the Built bars on sale. That was super cool. And yeah, so it's just like the price of food has gotten insane, and
It is ridiculous. I spent $63 today at the grocery store. Um, and I didn't get that many things. I really didn't get very many things.
Um, I'm just glad and thankful that we're in a position in life where we can get things at wholesale costs like at Sam's, because getting that amount of stuff at other grocery stores would be even more expensive.
Well, plus it seems in like Costco, those types of stores, the amount is smaller, right? You're not going to get a 10-pound bag of chicken nuggets or chicken breast. It'll be like a 3-pound bag. You know, you're not going to get a 3 giant containers of ketchup. Oh, my keyboard just died. I need to plug it in. So the quantity of what you're getting is also much larger. It's not just a I'm going to get a small bottle of ketchup. It's a I'm getting 3 massive or 6 massive bottles of ketchup. Sorry, I'm trying to plug my keyboard in because it's a wireless keyboard and it just died. It just died in my arms tonight. It must have been something I said. All right.
And yeah, so I am planning on going to the produce shop probably next week.
Okay, she does go to this little produce shop and get a few things.
And pretty soon doing an Aldi shop too, to just fill in the blanks on some
Okay, so we're going to Aldi as well. This is a lot of fucking groceries
things later
for
on.
2 people.
But yeah, we should be set for a while, and we got some of the like
Okay, good.
more expensive, like we spent over $100 on like just paper towels, detergents, and like the paper plates, like the stable goods that we get from Sam's Club. Crazy, just fucking crazy, man. Like I don't think I'm ever gonna get over like what our current cost of living situation is.
It is
Like I'd
crazy.
say especially like in America, because that's my
She's also in Florida, by the way.
lived experience, but globally it's just, I think we all know how horrific it is. I was watching someone on a live stream recently, and she was reacting to like 90s commercials from like first it was like British ads, which was really interesting for me to see, and then she moved over to American ads, and they were talking about, I think one of the commercials was like a McDonald's one where like the fillet of fish was like 2 for $3, and we were just like, what? Like
Used
this
to
is
be
like when
so
you think
cheap.
about that now, it's like
When I was a kid in like the late 80s, I remember my dad came to pick up my brother and sister and me and took us out, and we wanted Taco Bell, and he and whatever woman he was dating at the time went to something else. So my brother and sister and I go to Taco Bell, and my dad and his girlfriend go to the place next door, the fast food place. My brother and my sister and I all ate at Taco Bell for like $10 because it's like, oh, 50 cents for a taco, 60 cents for a Supreme taco. It was so cheap, but like all 3 of us for like $10 ate at Taco Bell in like the late 80s.
$5 for one. It's like crazy. It's just, ugh. Anyway, I know I'm just preaching to the choir at this point, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
I was also like 6 or 7 years old, so I may have eaten like 2 tacos, maybe.
Depending on how the editing goes, how things go, I might have my brother help me out in the future with that kind
Levi did a great job filming, and I loved his commentary. I want to see more Levi shopping.
of stuff. And I'm excited to see where my newer steps go in life moving forward, because by now, I mean, if you guys saw my Vegas vlogs, I really struggled through
You did.
Vegas
You were on the struggle bus. It was kind of hard to watch.
a lot of ways, and I am feeling very unsure on like how much I want to share about what I'm thinking and planning and doing until I'm actually doing it. But I have some video ideas moving ahead, and it's time to face the things I've been ignoring. So I hope that y'all have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening wherever you are, and stay true. Bye, guys.
All right. That was the Rosie video. So, um, man, that's a lot of groceries for her and her brother. Um, She said it should last them a while, so that's good. You know, she said that her small change she was making in this trip was they didn't get a pizza and hot dogs and pizza bites. I mean, I guess good for you. Goodness, good for you on that. Again, small changes will compound over time. But I really think that from that last video that we just watched of her, it sounds like she's already setting up excuses for whenever she doesn't succeed. That's what it sounds like to me. So we will see what she does. Um, if she succeeds in anything, but we'll keep an eye on her. We'll see what she does. We'll watch some of her lives coming up here soon. But now, I'm gonna take a bathroom break really quick, take a little bio break. And whenever I come back, we will start on Rachel's video where she shares messages between Tommy and Amberlynn. And we probably won't get through all of it, but we will at least watch. I'm going to try to get through at least half an hour to 45 minutes of it, and then we can jump back in maybe tomorrow before I start working. So let me take a break. Um, get your popcorn, go to the bathroom, get a drink, all that fun stuff, and I will be right back. I see the go pee there in the chat. All right. So here we have, so this is Rachel Reacts, and I think her channel had quite the spike in subscribers after this video. She had a spike a couple of months ago after kind of a, I would say not great video. I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't the best. She kind of She didn't really dox somebody, but released some things that really weren't that great. Is she not popping up here? There we go. So, I was just trying to find the social blade. My Adobe Illustrator still open back there where I was working on my thumbnail. So she's gained, well, she's earned, according to this, maybe 22K this year. Shit, I can't even get monetized. So monthly gained subscribers. Yeah, her subscriber count, she gained 1,400 this month. She gained 5,100 in August. So her subscriber count has really, really jumped up. And I think she's a fairly new channel, I think. If we look at, she's a philosophy graduate, talks shit. She joined in 2013, but I think she's only been making videos for uh, well, she has vlogs here, but she started doing reaction content um, maybe a year ago, 10 months ago. Um, and her channel's really, really blown up. So good for her. Close Social Blade. Right, so I think she's been working on this video for a while. Mr. Snowflake referred to her in some videos. Yeah, he probably did. I don't watch Mr. Snowflake. So I don't know what who he would have talked about or who he wouldn't have. Let's get into it. We're gonna leave her at regular speed for right now.
Lovely to see you. It's been a long time since I uploaded. Hello, welcome back. Lovely to see you. It's been a long time
Hey, Fiona's mom, good to see you.
since I uploaded, getting on for 3 weeks now. I went away to Cyprus, I had a little break, and you'll notice that the break I had was around about 3 weeks. Just before I went on this break, Mr. Snowflake posted this video, which he made in
Oops. Okay, I'm gonna turn her volume up a little bit here.
collaboration with Amberlynn Reid's ex-girlfriend Emily. In this video, Mr. Snowflake shared conversations between himself and Emily where we heard Emily's side of the story. Now what you won't know is that Mr. Snowflake was not the only reaction channel that Emily was speaking to at
Bum bum bum.
the time, and I've been sent some very interesting screenshots which I have Emily's express permission to show you in this video.
I will say that I still think it is shitty of people, regardless of who you're in a relationship with. I still think it's shitty to, after the fact, after you have a bad breakup or whatever, to try to expose that person online and spread this information for people that you know don't like your ex-partner. I still think that's a shitty thing to do. I mean, is it good for people to know that Amberlynn's a bad person? Yeah, we know she's a bad person a lot of the times. That she's not good to be in a relationship with. I don't know if she's a bad person. She doesn't do good things. I think a lot of it is her mental illness being used as an excuse to do bad things. Maybe she's just a bad person. Or just a shitty person. But I still don't think it's great for people to do this, to share private conversations. Because you're in a relationship with somebody or you're friends like Amberlynn and Alexis, and then they decide to share all your private conversations. I still think that's a shitty thing to do to somebody, even if it is Amberlynn.
Video that Mr. Snowflake and Emily made. We got 3 screenshots, which were conversations between Amber and Emily.
Okay, so these are 3 screenshots, and they're level 24, 25, 26, Snowflake.
on the 17th of November, which is the night that Rarity, Amber's cat, went missing, and Amber claims that she was
The day. Rarity went missing early that morning, I believe. So this is later that evening.
harmed by Emily. She says she was kicked twice. She accuses Emily of physical abuse.
When I went to go walk into the bathroom, she kicked me. She kicked me really hard in my stomach, really hard. That is the only time that something like physical like that happened. Did you tell Mama Lynn Emily kicked you? Yeah. And I remembered she's actually kicked me twice. I forgot about the second time. I was sitting on the couch one time, again, during one of our arguments, and she wanted me to leave and she wanted me to stop crying. And she was like laying on the couch and I was like sitting like on the end of it. She literally kicked me off the couch and I landed on the floor and I had to I had to have her help me get up.
She then went on to lie.
So I will say, we're seeing things, we're getting Amber's perspective and Emily's perspective. They're not going to see situations the same way. I believe that situation where Emily kicked her was Emily was like, leave me alone, I need space, and was trying to walk away from Amberlynn. And she may have just stuck her leg up, like just stuck it up to be like, get away, and Amberlynn ran into her. Or she put it up to kind of be like, stop, like pushed against. So you kicked me. No, I touched you with my foot. It's people are going to have two different views of same situations.
About evidence that Emily had that in fact she was the one who faced the physical abuse.
Emily literally faked nail marks in a different shirt on a different day, took the picture as if it was the same fucking day. She faked nail marks.
So I don't know. So where Amberlynn's finger is up here, I believe later Rachel says that's where the date would be. But can you see my mouse? I don't know, because in these messages, I don't believe the date would be behind Amberlynn's thumb. It would be up higher. So I don't know. Oh, but what she is. Oh, this is a screenshot. She's blocking the date and time up in the top corner, but not the date and time on the actual messaging. But her thumb is over the date and time of this screenshot that would be up in the corner of the phone. But that wouldn't prove anything. The timing on your phone could be different from the timing of your messages. I could take a screenshot right now of messages that I was sent 2 weeks ago. Hey, Aaliyah, you're taking us into the shower with you?
Days later.
We will cover all of that in this video, but the response that Amber gave to this interview between Emily and Snowflake was to go live and accuse Emily of physical and emotional abuse. She lied herself about many things.
I've never seen Rachel like at all. This I don't
Yeah, you have.
want to share it. Is Amber subconscious telling her not to lie? No, actually it's Amber subconscious still being a decent human. So fuck you, Rachel. Sit down and spin.
And the proof that I'm going to show you in this video very much calls Amber's claims into question. In some places proves that they are straight up not true. I'm going to prove that in this video using conversations between Emily and Amberlynn from that very night. In Snowflake's video we saw these 3 screenshots of messages between Amberlynn Reid and Emily, and in this video I'm going to show you the 77 screenshots that
Holy shit.
precede these ones. I will also show you some other interesting and relevant screenshots and conversations, as well as some further evidence that Amber's story about Emily lying about the nail marks.
That's a lot of yarn. That is a lot of yarn back there. Does she crochet?
Is
I think she does. I think I see some crocheted little things there. Heather would enjoy that.
Categorically untrue. We already knew this because Milky Chai clocked it in this live stream here, and I've already made a video about it. It's this video, but the stuff I'm going to show you tonight makes it even more obvious that it's not true. The screenshots I'm going to show you today also include a brief mention of Amberlynn Reid's ex Jade, and it could be that Amber has had an awful string of really, really bad luck, or it could be that she is the common denominator whose signature.
Whenever she said this, Ilya was watching this video the other night. He commented that he knows that I hate that phrase. I do hate that phrase. I don't know what it is. I just don't like that phrase. But, I mean, yeah, okay, Amberlynn's the common denominator. I just don't like that phrase. But if Amberlynn, she's either really bad at picking girlfriends, common denominator, Liziar, she does. She does what, Chris? Amber has been the one that's been the horrible person in all of her relationships because of her BPD primarily. And let's remember that at the time when she was with Emily last year, she had been diagnosed with BPD. She knows she has BPD, but she was using it as an excuse because she would come into my live chat. She was in my live. Oh, she crochets. Okay. Amberlynn was in my live chat in January of this year saying it can be an excuse and a reason. And I'm like, no, it cannot be. it can be, but it's not an excuse for behavior. Once you recognize why you behave this way, it's a reason for it. But it's on you to correct that behavior and to recognize it. Not be like, I'm going to be a shitty person and then be like, oops, BPD. You know, it's a mental illness or personality disorder isn't an excuse for being a dick. That's just you wanting to be a dick and using it as an excuse. So during this time that she was with Emily, she was using BPD as an excuse to behave in whatever way she wanted and to do whatever the fuck she wanted.
Move is to blame her victims when she gets called out. I've always said, ever since the very beginning of this Amber and Emily drama, that I will base my opinions off receipts only. I've said multiple times I want proof and I want to believe the person who shows the proof, or I'll believe what the proof shows.
If there's proof, let's follow the proof. Let's not speculate or say, well, I think Amberlynn did this. Well, where's the proof? We have enough speculation in Girl World.
Put it that way. Emily's been accused by Amber of lots of very, very bad things publicly on a big public platform with absolutely no proof. Emily, in my opinion, is well within her rights to share proof that what Amber has claimed is not true. Amber has also shown at least one of these screenshots herself in her live stream.
Okay, up there says 841.
Live stream that during which she also exposed private medical information about Emily having a condition where she gets cuts on her body. She used this medical condition to try and make it look like the scratch marks on Emily's arm weren't caused by Amber, but were actually caused by something else.
Oh, this is...
And Amber's shitty at showing anything.
Crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is from a few days later. Keep that in mind. In this photo, you're going to see these weird marks that she created herself. Oh, Emily has marks all over her body. Like the, oh my God. See, I don't want to go into medical.
But you're going to.
Right now. But she has marks all over her body. From something medical. I'm not getting into it.
And she made very serious accusations against Emily. So it's my opinion that Emily is fine to show proof that that is not the case. That's why I'm comfortable sharing these screenshots in this video. Also, one final thing very, very quickly is if you are a reaction channel who's planning to grab these screenshots and use them, I do have some context for some bits. So I would really recommend, rather than grabbing the screenshots and running away and making a video, which please by all means do that, just maybe watch this video first because there are some...
We're going to watch your video, Rachel.
bits in
So we get the full context.
the screenshots where I'm going to say something that if you don't listen to what I say and just grab the screenshots, you might be like, what about this? What about this? And I would have answered your question in the video. So I have numbered them for you to make it nice and easy.
All right,
I think it's
screenshots.
time that we
Go. 155 black followed by 159 purple and a few extra things. Any screenshots which aren't dated means I don't know the exact date. Okay.
get to analysing the proof that we've seen, comparing it to Amber's own stories, claims that Amber made, and what we can tell from this proof. Basically, all of them are from the 17th of November, which is the night that Amberlynn and Emily...
Okay, they're all from the 17th. That's a lot. 77 screenshots. That's a lot from that one day.
...had a massive argument, physical altercation. Emily left, went to work, and then later that day, Amber's cat went missing after Emily had told Amber to leave. That's the day we're talking about here. The screenshots are colour-coded, so the black ones, 1 through 54, start at 4:05 a.m. and go all the way until 9:15 p.m. that night. The purple screenshots then come in, and we've got 1 through 26, which take us all the way up to the 3 screenshots that we got in Mr. Snowflake's video. So it's the whole day, all the messages all day. So here we go. Screenshot number 1. So this is the start of the night. They've had a massive fight. Emily has left the house and she goes and gets in her truck and drives off. And
so Rarity, big fight morning tonight. Okay.
This is the conversation. This is the text that Amber sends Emily. This is what I wrote to you at 2:27 a.m. in the morning, right before I told you I loved you and you scooted back closer to me. I'm about to go to sleep, but I'm laying here thinking about the night we just had. I was in such a bad mood and I'm sorry. I truly was in the weirdest headspace and I was trying to just live in the moment, but I'm sorry if you noticed I wasn't feeling very well. It was emotionally and physically. I've been so stressed with everything going on that I kind of shut down emotionally. I wish I could redo the night, honestly, but we have another night when you get off work that I hope I can make up for it during. I love you more than I can ever express. You're so sweet, gentle and understanding. Today, knowing how I've been feeling, you mean the world to me and I cannot wait to spend more days with you and being close to you. I wish we were skin to skin right now. See you in the morning, baby. So this
sounds a little creepy. I wish we were skin to skin right now.
First message, and it goes across screenshot 1 and 2. There's a little bit of context here. So from what I understand, Emily and Amber were lying in bed and it looks like that around 2 something a.m. Emily wakes up and starts shouting at Amber. Now it seems like she was having a bad dream, or this is what the messages make it seem like. Emily wakes up, she definitely has PTSD, PTSD from other stuff, by the way. She wakes up, she thinks that her and Amber are in a fight. She like wakes up and yells and she's like, oh, or something like that, and that wakes Amber up, and Amber and Emily start having a fight. It's not very clear, but what is clear is that Amber is writing a note in her phone that she wants to show Emily. So she's lying there, she's writing a note in her phone, it's all dark in the room, and the glow from Amber's phone is lighting up Amber's face, right? You'll see in a little bit later that that becomes relevant, that is what was happening. Then they have the massive fight. Emily leaves, and that's what is going on here, because in a minute you're going to see Emily say, well, you were shining a light in my face. That's what she's talking about. So that's what happened. They have the big fight, the nail marks, the falling into the rug. We get into all of that in a second, and these are the texts that follow Emily leaving. Amber says, I originally was going to send it for you to wake up to. She's talking about the message that she was writing, but I didn't want the vibration to wake you up. Then an hour and a half later, you woke up thinking we were arguing when I was literally sleeping. I don't understand what just happened at all, and I feel lost, absolutely lost. When you woke me up as if we were arguing, I, without a doubt, reacted from PTSD from my childhood. And Emily replies, you don't ever say what you just said to me. And I think what
You don't ever say what you just said to me. What do you mean?
she's saying there is all the nice stuff that Amber said in the original text, like wishing they were skin to skin.
Oh, you don't ever say what you just said to me. So Amberlynn doesn't ever say those things.
It sounds like Emily is saying, you never say stuff like that to me. And then,
oh no, you don't ever say what you just said to me. And then Emily says, that's unforgivable. You physically laid hands on me. So did Amberlynn say something verbally? Hey, Hibiscus, good to see you. Because it it doesn't sound like to me, that Emily is saying, you don't ever say these nice, sweet things to me that you just said in the text message. It sounds to me like she's saying, because with ever being capitalized and then with the that's unforgivable, that Amberlynn said something negative.
And Amber carries on from her previous message, when my dad would wake me up screaming. Emily says, that's unforgivable. You physically laid hands on me. Okay, so Amber's giving her all this fluffy stuff, all these words, and trying to talk to her and say, babe, listen, I love you, da-da-da. I'm really sorry for the fight. I was triggered by you shouting at me from my childhood. Okay, classic Amberlynn. And Emily doesn't respond to any of that. She just says, that's unforgivable. You physically laid hands on me. So that is a clear argument from Emily directly to Amber in private messages. No need to lie. She says, you physically laid hands.
So it sounds like you're eating kiwi sitting with a hot water bottle. Sorry, I'm backing up here a little bit. So I think what it is, I think what Emily's talking about here is sorry, my camera's blocking part of my view. When you woke me up, I without a doubt reacted from PTSD. So Amberlynn might have said something when Emily woke her up thinking they were in a fight. Amberlynn might have said something that maybe she shouldn't have said. And that's what Emily is saying. Don't ever say to me what you just said to me.
Unforgivable. You physically laid hands on me. So that is a clear argument from Emily directly to Amber in private messages. No need to lie. She says, you physically laid hands on me. Amber replies,
Yeah, so Amberlynn touched her in some negative way. And then Amberlynn says, I was trying to calm you down and hold you. In doing so, I tripped over the blanket on the floor. Pretty sure I hurt my ankle. Trying to get sympathy. Oh, I hurt myself.
I was trying to calm you down and hold you. That's really important. She says in response to Emily saying, you physically laid hands on me, Amber says, I was trying to calm you down and hold you. Interesting. She says, in doing so, I tripped over the blanket on the floor. Pretty sure I hurt my ankle. Not the classic dangling ankle. But Amber's point, very clear here. You know, I was trying to calm you down. I was trying to hold you, but I tripped over. Okay. I'll put the clip here of how Amber described that altercation in her live stream.
During the frantic of it all, I remember I tripped over her rug. I landed in
Rug, okay. People could use rug, blanket, carpet interchangeably, but here she says blanket in the text message, I believe, and here she says rug.
to her. She fell on the ground, and I'm like, as that's happening, I'm trying to get her. Like, as she's falling, I go to grab her off the ground. I will never forget.
You go to grab her, Amberlynn. Can we see Amberlynn trying to bend over and grab somebody off the ground? Do we think Amberlynn is physically capable of this?
At this moment ever, because I'm telling you, I called my mom hysterical. She's telling me, yeah, Grace, because anytime that I would start crying, she would leave the room completely.
Maybe she didn't know how to deal with it, or maybe she just felt like you were trying to manipulate her with tears.
That's what I had to deal with. Someone who did not care about my feelings at all.
Yet every single girlfriend that Amberlynn gets with, they're the best, most gentle love, best girlfriend ever. Until after they break up, and then they're the worst thing ever. Is she projecting herself onto them?
So when I tripped over the rug and then I landed into her and she was falling, I went to grab her. It didn't work out very well. She still landed on the floor.
So that's what she said on the live. This is what she's saying here. Emily says, by pushing me down and squeezing my arm and body slamming me when I was trying to leave. So Emily's been very clear.
So Emily was leaving. So was Amberlynn chasing after her and, quote, tripped into her? But here Amberlynn, I was trying to calm you down. So if Emily was trying to leave, was she facing away from Amber or facing towards Amber? That's my question. Because if we look at her arm was, sorry, my arm's fat. We were seeing the inside of her arm. So, and it looked like the finger marks were like this. So if she was walking away from Amber and Amber went to grab her, I don't know if like from behind, if she grabbed her with like one arm, like grabbed it.
Her argument is you physically put hands on me, you pushed me down, squeezed my arm when I was trying to leave. And Amber puts, I wondered how you ended up on the floor, but that explains it.
I wondered how you ended up on the floor.
My fat fucking bullshit of a body knocked you over.
Fat fucking bullshit of a body.
So Amber's saying here, she wonders how Emily ended up on the floor, but
how'd you end up down there after I ran into you?
she knows how Emily ended up on the floor. She's just said 2 seconds ago she tripped over the blanket. So that's really strange. That message, I was wondering how you ended up on the floor, is so weird. You were there. If Emily ends up on the floor, you know how that happened. You're in the room watching it, right? Very weird. Emily replies, you literally pushed me. That's how I ended up on the floor. And the way Emily's speaking here, she's to the point. It's one message. It's very clear. This is what you did. This is what you did. She sticks to the same line the whole way through. And
so here again, this could be another situation of two people having two different views. So between Amberlynn being like, you kicked me, and Emily's like, I didn't kick you. Here we have Emily saying, you pushed me. Amberlynn's like, I didn't push you. I fell and I fell into you. So here we're getting two different viewpoints from people on the same situation of physical things that happened.
you'll see as we go, which you're already kind of seeing, Amber doesn't do that. Amber's story flip-flops. She trips over the rug, then she trips over the carpet, then she was trying to calm Emily, then she was trying to hold Emily. It's very, very obvious. Her story is not clear. Amber then says, I didn't body slam you and I didn't mean to squeeze your arm. What the hell is happening? You imagined a whole argument while you were sleeping, Emily. That scared the fuck out of me. Now you're thinking I put you on the floor? I would never do something like that on purpose, ever. So I think what Amber is referring to here when she says you imagined a whole argument, she's talking about while Emily was asleep and then she woke up shouting at Amber thinking they were in a fight when they weren't. Emily doesn't deny that this happened, as you can see. She doesn't say anything about that not being true. She doesn't deny it, so it sounds like that did happen. So there's this very interesting thing that's happened.
Right, because Emily, I would imagine, have been like, I didn't wake up yelling at you. I didn't, you know, there would probably be some kind of denial in there.
Happening here, it sounds like Emily woke up thinking they were in a fight, started shouting at Amber, which wasn't true because they weren't in a fight, they were asleep, right? And Emily did imagine that because she was dreaming it or sleeping through it or thinking it happened in her head or whatever. But now what Amber is trying to do in this message here, she's trying to say that Emily's real lived experience, the fight that they had when they woke up, was also a figment of Emily's imagination, just like the fight that Emily was having, imagining in her head before she woke up and started shouting at Amber. But when Amber writes, now you're thinking I put you on the floor, I would never do something like that on purpose, you can see Emily reply, you literally did that after you told me I deserved to be. I'm sorry, Amberlynn, but being...
Okay, so that must have been what Amberlynn said that Emily was referring to her saying, no, you don't ever say that to me again. Amberlynn told her you deserve to be abused. So Amberlynn doesn't deny saying this.
with you is not worth this bullshit. You just ruined any chance of this ever working, which is really interesting. And
Amberlynn just says, okay. So Amberlynn's probably referring to Emily's ex, Megan. So I keep saying this, if you all want to see that whole situation between Megan and Emily, I have the police report. I can cover that for you. If you want to see that, I can make a video, try to find time to make a video about it.
Again.
This being the ex of the ex that went onto Jordy's live stream saying that Emily had to have provoked Megan, since her name's already out there, that Emily would have had to have provoked Megan for Megan to have this reaction, making Emily out to be the bad person in that situation. I have that police report and another police report showing that no, Megan has a history of DV. Sorry, DV, being in the chat, having that be your name there.
She's very straight in this. She's not straight, but she's very clear in these messages. Her line is very clear. Amber, you did this. This is what you did. She's not giving flowery, fluffy language. Doesn't seem like it anyway. Amber just puts, okay.
She sounds
Emily
over
puts,
it.
you wouldn't push me and that's out of the question, but you grabbed me. Right. Amber says, but yeah, I've full-fledged had to deal with your rampages where you say the most awful shit anyone has ever said to me, and I've had to forgive you and move on over and over and over and over and over. And Emily says,
so here again, Amber Lynn, well, yeah, I did this, but you did this. Amber Lynn constantly does this to excuse her own behavior. This is why we say Amber Lynn never takes accountability. She might have had evidence and some proof for things with Beck, with Destiny, with Jade, whomever, but she discounts, not discounts, she ruins anything that she may have on her side and any goodwill that she could gain by being like, I did this, I'm sorry. She repeatedly, I did that, I take accountability, but they did this, making it a tit for tat. My ex-girlfriend that I think also has BPD back from like 13, 14 years ago would do this. She would even tell me that she's like, if you hurt me, I'm going to hurt you back worse. Even if she just even feels like she's been slighted, even if it isn't really somebody trying to hurt her or insult her, she will snap back at you and try to hurt you. It seems like Amber Lynn does the same thing. I think it's a BPD trait probably, where you hurt me, I'm going to hurt you back because we have to be equal in the hurt department. Or then I feel that it's okay for me to lash out at you and hurt you because you've made me feel bad. And that's not healthy for anybody. But that's how Amber Lynn operates. She can stand outside and be like, I take accountability. What are you taking accountability for? We need specifics. You can't just say, I take accountability. What are you taking accountability for? Because we need to know that you know what you've done isn't okay. You need to own up to it. And by saying those things, then you're owning up to it. Otherwise, you're still using distancing language. Like, I don't know if you've seen the video. If you all remember the Ned Fulmer situation, we can watch this as well if you want. But Ned Fulmer came back. He used to be a Try Guy. He cheated on his wife with an employee at the Try Guys. He started a new YouTube channel and brought his ex-wife Ariel on. And Ned would repeatedly use distancing language to distance himself from the affair and what he did. He never really owns up to it until the very end. And he's like, he would constantly say things like, what happened to me, or the scandal. He would never say my affair or I cheated. He would constantly use distancing language to distance himself from what he did and his own bad actions. And Amber Lynn does the same thing with accountability. She's always distancing herself from it.
this is why I don't open up to anyone. I was stupid to trust you. Now, before we move on to this next bit where they mention.
So yeah, so again here, sorry, that was a tangent. But Amber Lynn here is doing the well, I've had to deal with this from you.
Jade, interesting as hell, come to that in a second. This conversation here, you can see Amber claim that she's put up with fully fledged rampages where Emily says the most awful shit anybody has ever said.
So Emily has never denied she said awful things. Even in the previous things, Emily never denied that she said awful things. We apparently have proof that Emily would go on to message boards. God, I'm old. She would go on to Reddit and Instagram even and say shady things about Amber, call her Porcahontas and these things. And she was watching reaction channels, making videos about Amberlynn that she knew Amberlynn didn't like. If I had a girlfriend that was questionable online and people were making negative videos about my girlfriend, I wouldn't be supporting them and watching them and giving them views and enjoying their content. Which Beck defended Amberlynn from all of these people, but Emily is supporting these channels. That isn't something that I would do if I loved my girlfriend, right? Yeah, Hibiscus. She said, yeah, you believe she called Amber Pocahontas. I said Amber would look like melted ice cream. Yeah, that isn't something that if I loved my girlfriend, I would be saying about her on public forums. So Emily has said some shitty things too. She's not an innocent angel by any means, but that doesn't mean that we can have a tit for tat situation where everyone can be like, well, you did this, so I'm going to do this to you. Just because somebody does something shitty to you doesn't give you the right to be shitty back. Emily is a total creep. Yeah, Emily isn't perfect or coming out looking good in a lot of this either, but she doesn't deserve to be treated like shit either.
And then she goes, and I've had to forgive you and move on over and over. And there's this repetition of over and over, which is very dramatic, unnecessary wording, unnecessary
Amberlynn's dramatic.
repetition. It's very clear, and it becomes clear throughout the messages as we move forward. One of these people is speaking with a lot of hyperbole, a lot of dramatic words, giving a lot of
Amberlynn does that.
flap, a lot of like flowery language, and really I don't know what the word is for it, like over dramatizing and over explaining, saying too much. And the other person is saying very straight, very simple, relatively short messages where their point is clear and obvious. And that continues the whole way through these conversations. I'm inclined to think the person who's telling the truth is the one who says it like this: you fucking pushed me. You'll see more of it as we move through. It's clear that Amber is the one who is, I don't want to say necessarily creating a narrative, although I think she probably is. Amber is the one who seems to be overcompensating, saying too much, unpacking the
Amberlynn has a tendency to try to make things sound more dramatic. I was gushing blood. I was gushing blood. It's just like drip, drip. She has a tendency to over dramatize things. My ankle was dangling. She has a tendency to over exaggerate and do this sort of thing. We see it all the time. So being like, I've had to deal with your full-fledged rampages, using that kind of language, you've said the most awful shit to me. Or saying things like, oh, Tree Boy Ilya, you've said the most vile things in Libby's chat. She uses very hyperbolic language, and she over exaggerates and makes things sound so much worse for other people, but then downplays her own. See, Hibiscus says Amber is very dramatic. When she was describing what Emily was looking at on her phone, she made it sound really bad, but it was just big women like her. Yeah, so from what I gather on that, it was bigger women that were in medical situations. It was medical situations, like they were on like oxygen, I think, or things like that. Um, But but you're right, Hibiscus. Amberlynn was like, she was looking at the most horrible things you could imagine. Was it somebody kicking a puppy? I mean, what was? I mean, it's Amberlynn has a tendency to exaggerate things a lot. So you really have to take what she says and dial it back about 90%. And then you'll get to what it actually is. Because even like she said things, oh, Libby said awful. No, I haven't. People were asking if it was content that was illegal. Yeah, people, because the way Amberlynn worded it, she made it sound like that she was looking at just absolutely horrid, awful, the worst thing in the and it was just it was bigger women, but it was bigger women on like oxygen or things in like hospitals needing medical assistance, which is bad. But it's not the worst thing you could ever possibly imagine. I'm sure most of us could imagine some pretty awful shit.
Case too much. That's how this seems to me. And you see,
Right, but I mean, this is just how Amberlynn speaks, though. This she's done this for years. This is just how Amberlynn speaks. She over exaggerates and takes everything to the extreme.
this accusation from Emily, you did that after you told me I deserved to be abused. Amber doesn't say, I never told you you deserve to be abused. I never said that. She just puts okay, which is a passive acceptance of what Emily has said. And very telling there, Emily says, you just ruined any chance of this ever working. It's a powerful sentence. The conversation that's preceded that sentence.
But they get back together a couple of months later. Maybe a week later. I don't know.
Sentence is Emily claiming very clearly that she was physically hurt by Amber, that she was body slammed and pushed to the ground, and Amber claiming that this never happened, that she imagined it, that it's not real, it existed in Emily's head and she's fabricated
But Emily was on the ground. How'd she get there?
it. And Emily comes out after those interactions and says, you just ruined any chance of this ever working. So we see Emily say, I was stupid to trust you, which I think is a fair characterization. I think.
And then Amberlynn goes into all caps.
Anyone who trusts Amberlynn and brings Amberlynn into their home with all the things that we know she's done and does and her character, I agree, you would be stupid to trust that person, absolutely. Then Amber says, you have said the same stuff to me about Jade, about everyone in my life, telling me that I must have made Jade abuse me. You said that, but I forgave you, like I always do. Now that is so interesting. So Amber's never said a huge amount about Jade. She always tried to keep Jade as I admit, by the way, my Jade lore is a little bit woolly. So I don't have, I know, like, you know, the basics, but I don't have very nuanced information about Jade.
So we have Amberlynn saying that that Jade, the wifey, has physically abused her now, she is saying. And she's saying that Emily said that she must have made Jade do that. Emily is a nurse in a psychiatric hospital, I believe. She's a psych nurse. I don't believe she would say that to somebody. I don't agree. I don't condone people saying things like that to Amberlynn, like, oh, because there have been people in her chat before that have said, you deserved everything that happened to you as a child. That's not okay. No child deserves to grow up the way that Amberlynn grew up. That's not okay. Nobody deserves to be physically assaulted or abused in any way. My channel's not monetized, so I'm not too terribly worried about it saying those words at the moment. But nobody deserves that, right? People should be able to control themselves to not harm others. You know, it's no.
Jade. I don't think anyone does in a way, because Jade never showed her face and she tried to keep private, but Jade is one of the exes that we don't know very much about. But here it is, a screenshot of Amber alleging that Jade was also abusive to her.
There's going to be a few little asides here from editing.
Yeah, Abu. Okay, so this is a later message. Let's see, Lizzie says, nobody deserves to be abused, and also no one deserves other people bringing it up in an internet chat. Yeah. Well, that wasn't an yeah, it's Jade's taken Jade's taking friendly fire here, collateral damage. So we have a message here. I don't know what the date is. Amberlynn says, I have never done that to you. And then Emily says, or someone is sick of you yelling at them every time of interaction. And Amberlynn says, I am talking about Jade. How she would ignore me till I did what she told me to do. She controlled me. Abuse isn't just physical. And Emily says, stop calling me. Amberlynn says, then answer. If you don't, I am going to take that as a sign that you simply just don't give a shut. She means shit. You hate me, Emily. Yeah, Emily probably did.
Rachel. The first one is this screenshot
Oh, you mean the person in Amber said, yeah, nobody deserved that.
here. So we're talking about Jade. This is as good a place as any to chuck this screenshot in. So we have 1 and 2. I'll show you them one after the other. These screenshots, I don't know exactly when they're from. I think they're from
no
after when Emily and Amber have all this drama and Rarity goes missing, and then Emily drives Amber back to Oklahoma.
Yeah, because the phone time is different.
And leaves her at home. And I think this is Amber trying to make Emily speak to her after the fact. But the reason I'm bringing it up now is because these 2 screenshots again show more of this Jade stuff. Emily says, I don't know the context exactly, but it's all someone is sick of you yelling at them every time of interaction. So that sounds like Emily claiming that Amber yelled at her all the time. And then
I think that's par for the course with BPD, and for someone like Amberlynn to do that, to raise her voice. But again, we're also getting Amber's view of the relationship with Jade, saying she would ignore me till I did what she told me to do.
Amber types in all caps, I am talking about Jade, how she would ignore me till I did what she told me to do. She controlled me. This isn't just physical. And Emily replies, stop calling me. Amber says, then answer. If you don't, I'm going to take it as a sign that you simply don't give a shit. You hate me, Emily. You can see that Amber is straight up harassing Emily. Emily is saying, stop calling me, please. She keeps repeating, just stop. Call again and I'm blocking your number. And you can see Amber saying,
yeah, stop calling me, please. Amber says, answer once, please. This isn't right or fair at all. Doesn't have to be fair. And Emily says, stop. Amberlynn says, answer one time. And Emily says, call again and I'm blocking your number. And Amberlynn says, you don't love me. It's sick how you treat me. She loves to say things are sick and vile. Very hyperbolic language, once again. Emily says, nope, I don't love you at all. I must be so sick to treat you this way. You're ridiculous. And Amberlynn says, thanks. So, obviously, Emily's being sarcastic.
answer once, please. This isn't right or fair. Answer one time. You don't love me. It's sick how you treat me. She shows time and time again that she has got absolutely no respect for the space, privacy,
No, she doesn't.
or autonomy of the person that she's dating. When Amber wants something from you, when she wants attention or affection, she is ruthless in pursuit of her goal. She will not stop calling you. And it's almost comical how you can see in the first screenshot here, Amber writes, abuse isn't just physical, and she's absolutely right. Amber, abuse can also be mental, financial, emotional. Amber is basically admitting here that she did say to Emily that she deserved the abuse that she faced at the hands of Megan. I've realised while doing a final run through of editing this video that I take it for granted that you guys are going to know who Megan is. Just for anyone who doesn't know, there was a previous relationship that Emily had with a person called Megan. People became aware of her because of a live stream that was made by Oh Lordy It's Geordie. But this is relevant because in this screenshot you see Amber say, you said exactly the same things to me about Jade. So interesting for the lore here that Amber is claiming that she was physically abused by Jade as well. And then Emily's reply is, I asked what the circumstances that led up to her hitting you. Now again, here comes Emily with her level-headed, well, what reads to me anyway.
Hey, Sammy, good to see you. Yeah, so asking what led up to it isn't saying that you deserved it. It's just asking what happened before this, like why did they hit you? You know, it's just asking what was the situation around it.
As a level-headed response. It could be that this is not a level-headed response. It could be that this is, you know, her lying. To be honest, it doesn't read like that, and I'd be lying if I said I thought that. There's probably other ways you could interpret these short messages from.
So it could be, so I will say, if people know in their mind, I'm going to share these screenshots later, they could manipulate and word things when they're messaging the other person to make themselves look good in the messaging. But I don't think in this situation that's what's happening. I don't think that Emily would have been thinking at this time, I'm going to share these screenshots with a reaction channel, even though she's watching reaction channels.
Emily. You could call it stonewalling, but I don't think that that's what it is. I think it's that this person is telling the truth, and the truth is.
Hey, Hardly Dan, good to see you.
Clear and short, which is why the messages are clear and short. But Emily says she asked what the circumstances were that led up to Jade hitting Amber, and Amber says, yeah, you've asked that, but during an argument you told me that I pushed her to do it, and I had to sit there.
Okay, if Emily said that, that's not okay. And then we get this wall of text from Amber. So if Emily did say, well, you pushed her to do it, that's not okay. Unless Amberlynn was saying, hit me, hit me, hit me, then you're pushing somebody to do it. Or it could have been a situation where and again, I'm not saying it's okay for anybody to hit somebody else during an argument, but if Jade and Amberlynn were having an argument and Jade was trying to physically remove herself from the situation to just go calm down or think about things or just to get away for a few minutes, and Amberlynn was not letting her physically get away, if Jade like swatted her away or something, Amberlynn could be that as hitting her because we know Amberlynn takes everything to the extreme. Now I don't know what this situation was with Jade. But we know that Amberlynn has issues with giving people space whenever you're in an argument. So here, I think Rachel's probably going to read these. Amberlynn says, yeah, you've asked that, but during an argument you told me that I pushed her to do it. And I had to sit there and hear you say that about me. I cried and cried, but I still accepted your apology. What I said tonight wasn't okay. It was awful. I wasn't in my right mind. Waking up like that felt like my childhood. I was scared. I tried to explain to you that we weren't arguing, and I wanted you to read the sweet thing I wrote you so you could understand something.
And hear you say that about me. I cried and cried, but I still accepted your apology. What I said tonight wasn't okay. It was awful. Now, there's been question in Girl World of whether Emily was in fact abused by Megan. She claims that she was. The only actual proof that anybody has seen is the police report of the situation that occurred between Emily and Megan, where Megan pulls a gun on Emily. I've read the entire police report. I'll put
look at that. Rachel has it too.
Information here so you can go and find it if you want, because it's, you know, somebody got it under the Freedom of Information Act. It shows that Emily's story is corroborated by the CCTV, and it shows that there was a gun found. It's a police report that shows that Emily was held at point by Megan. So Amber says, I had to sit there and hear you say that about me. I cried and cried, but I still accepted your apology. What I said tonight wasn't okay. It was awful. I wasn't in my right mind. Waking up like that felt like my childhood. I was scared. I tried to explain to you that we weren't arguing, and I wanted you to read the sweet thing I wrote so that you could understand how much I loved you, but you were so rude to me I flipped out. You don't have to accept my apology, but I'm sorry. Emily says, you were shining a bright light in my face. Amber puts, it was the note part on my phone.
So Amberlynn saying I wasn't in my right mind. So here's where it's a little confusing to me, because back in the very beginning, Amberlynn says you woke like I was sleeping, you woke me up. But if Emily woke up because of the phone light, then Amberlynn wasn't sleeping. And I could see, I mean, Amberlynn probably wasn't shining the light in her face, but if you're in a dark room, the light from a phone is going to be very bright. So, but, so if Amberlynn wasn't really sleeping, if she was on her phone making this note and that woke her up, and then Emily wakes up and is like, oh my God, we're arguing, then Amberlynn was awake and would have been like, what the fuck? But it seems like Amberlynn had some reaction and said something negative towards Emily. Um,
Emily says, I told you to stop. That's not being rude. So it sounds like Emily's woken up, shouted at Amber, thinking they're in a fight. Amber's gone, we're not in a fight. What are you on about? Look, I've written this nice thing about you, and held a bright phone light in Emily's face. Emily said, stop shining a light in my face. Amber's taken that very personally, got very offended, and flipped out. She says it here herself, right? But you were so rude to me, I flipped out. And Emily says, you were shining a bright light in my face. I mean, if somebody
so Amberlynn wasn't sleeping, but if I wake up and somebody shoves their phone in my face, I'm going to be a little irritable too.
if somebody shined a bright light in my face, I might be a bit like, fucking hell, can you turn that bloody light off? And we know that Amber is very sensitive. Her ego
Amberlynn is very sensitive.
is sensitive. She's like a child. She's offended by things. She takes things very personally. And this is what triggered the fight. And Amber puts, it was the lowest light setting too. It's because we were in pitch black. It seemed brighter than it was.
Yeah.
And that's true. If you're in a completely black room and your phone is on the lowest setting, it can light up the whole room. So that's definitely true. And Amber puts, I just wanted to fix it. I thought you had a nightmare, so I wanted to prove we weren't fighting, and I failed. Yet again, I always fail. Everything always ends up like this.
Victim mentality. Trying to get sympathy from the person you're fighting with. Oh, I'm just so awful. I ruined everything. And you want them to be like, no, you don't. It's okay. So she wants Emily to be like, you didn't fail, but then Emily is like, so you attack me mentally and physically, and Amber's like, I hate myself. So she wants to be comforted. She's trying to manipulate the other person into comforting her, so they're out of this argument and fight.
This is Amber trying to do victim mindset. She's realizing that her trying to tell Emily that what happened didn't happen is not going to fucking work. Emily's not going to be gaslit and admit that something didn't happen that did happen. So she twists it. She turns it on its head. She goes, oh man, this is not working. Okay, I know. I'll play the victim. Classic Amber. And here she is. I failed. Yet again, I always fail. Everything ends up like this. And
again, very hyperbolic. I always fail. Everything ends up like this.
Again, this is a classic Amber
Very
line.
exaggerated.
Ended up like this. Something ended up happening. I've mentioned this in a previous video. It's incredibly passive language. Everything just ends up happening to Amber. Nothing is her responsibility.
I've said that before as well. Life just happens to Amberlynn. Nothing is ever her fault. It's just things around her happening to her. It's nothing ever of her own fault. Things just happen to her. It's never her fault.
Responsibility, nothing is her decision, everything happens to her. She is a passive individual that stuff happens to, and that is her method of wriggling out of things. Nothing is ever her fault if she didn't do it.
I've said the exact same thing. Yeah, it's how she operates.
She didn't mean it. It just happened. And Emily just goes, so you attack me mentally and physically?
She's just so to the point. Amber's sent all these messages. It was the lowest light setting, all this stuff about all the random stuff. I thought you had a nightmare. I
Emily's
thought,
just over
I
it.
failed. Woe is me. Da da da. And Emily just puts, so you attack me mentally and physically. And that's what matters. It's very clear, and you can tell from the way Emily's talking in all of these screenshots. She's not interested in the minutiae and the phone light and the note. She is interested in the fact that she's been physically harmed. And Amber puts, I hate myself. I hate myself. And then she goes, no. So no is obviously her response. Emily says, you did though. Amber puts, I'm explaining to you that I was trying to hold you and calm you down before you got in your truck and did something stupid. The life insurance.
So before you got into your truck and did something stupid, it was what? The middle of, was this like at 4 in the morning or 3 in the morning? It was like 4 in the morning. And she's probably not even ready for work yet. And Amberlynn's just trying to make these excuses.
Insurance thing scares me. I don't want you to do anything bad. I didn't want you to hurt yourself.
This video is long as fuck, and I know there are going to be bits and
I was half asleep and not clearly thinking. So here's what I don't know. So here it's when you woke me up like that. But if you, so it must have been. So I guess the light on the phone. Maybe she was sleeping, and the light in the face was Amberlynn opening her phone, like Rachel was saying, and trying to show it to Emily, and the lights in her face. So maybe maybe Amber was asleep, and Emily woke up thinking they were in a fight, and it woke Amberlynn up, and Amberlynn freaks out, and they start arguing then.
pieces and places in these screenshots where I literally don't have time to cover every single thought that I have, and I'm relying on all the other reaction channels and everyone else to pick up on all the, you know, really clever, insightful stuff that I miss. But one thing that I am going to slide in here and say is I think Amber is a piece of shit for this section. I didn't deep it properly when I was recording, but if you read what she's doing here, she has hurt Emily. She has dug her fingers into Emily's arm to try and stop her from exiting a room. She's blocked the doorway, and it's not the only door.
She's doing it to protect Emily. I hurt you because I didn't want you to hurt yourself. I'm trying to save you from yourself by hurting you. So Amberlynn's trying to frame it as, I did this because I love you. I did this because I care about you. I grabbed your arm and bruised you and hurt you because I love you. Yeah, so my thing with that, Hibiscus, it had been mentioned, so somebody had said that they had drawn blood, but I still don't think Amberlynn's stubby little fingernails and fingers could draw blood. Bruise, yes, but that would need, because even my nails, I don't think I could draw blood on somebody. And Amberlynn's nails are shorter than mine. I have a couple of longer nails, but I don't know if Amberlynn could even draw blood on somebody. She would have to apply a lot of pressure to draw blood. Now, bruise, she could definitely bruise. And what I saw on Emily's arm was bruising. But you have to grab some, well, some people bruise easily. So it's possible that Emily bruises easily. Amberlynn did say that Emily has marks all over her body. Maybe she bruises easily. So this the life insurance thing scares me. I don't know what that's about. Um, so this is Amberlynn turning it around onto, I was trying to keep you from hurting yourself. I was worried I hurt you so you didn't hurt you.
Way that she blocked this night, but she used her hands to cause Emily pain and harm to the point where there were marks left on Emily's arm, which we will also talk about in a second. And when she's being confronted about doing this by Emily, she turns it around on Emily and says, I was looking out for you. I was worried about your mental health. I was worried that you were going to go and hurt yourself. When you deep it, her doing this is so absolutely shocking. She's using Emily's own mental health struggles and concerns about her potentially hurting herself to deflect from the fact that Amber did in fact actually hurt her. And when you deep that, my God, it is scummy. I was half
Amberlynn is so awful. She needs to work on herself. It's awful.
asleep and not thinking clearly. I don't think you understand how scared I was when you woke me up like that. Instant PTSD flight mode. Flight wasn't even an option. Now that whole thread is so interesting. So Emily actually seems to have PTSD from what happened to her in a previous relationship. That's what I've gleaned from these messages. That's how it seems anyway. So here Amber is claiming that she has PTSD. Now it is
Amberlynn has said before in videos a couple of years ago, whenever she was with Jade, even Amberlynn did say that she had been diagnosed with CPTSD. So if we go with that as being true and accurate, then Amberlynn would have PTSD from her childhood.
and read down to the ground to take somebody else's story and claim that it's her story, even down to Casey's coming out story, other people's diagnoses.
Well, let's look at that. Casey, Amberlynn, and Beck, all three have the same coming out story.
Once she met Alexis, suddenly
People need to not put notes in their pockets.
she claimed to have BPD, and she knows that this response that Emily had when she woke up, down to Casey's coming out story, other people's diagnoses once she met Alexis, suddenly
Amberlynn said she had BPD before she met Alexis. I will say that.
she claimed to have BPD, and she knows that this response that Emily had when she woke up and thought they were in a fight was because of Emily having PTSD. And here is Amber claiming that she has PTSD as well. And also, very interestingly as well, you can see Amber say, I'm explaining to you that I was trying to hold you and trying to calm you down. And that's what she's talking about. So Emily has said, you attacked me physically and mentally and physically. And Amber says, I was trying to hold you and calm you down. But that's not what it seems like was happening. So just remember that Amber has tried to give this narrative that this physical altercation
She's giving different reasons for why she grabbed onto Emily.
occurred because she was trying to calm Emily down and hold her.
I tripped over her rug. I landed into her. She fell on the ground.
But that's not what she said in her live
Yeah,
stream
there's no
at
mention.
all.
She doesn't say anything about grabbing her. Sorry, my back itches. Until she doesn't say anything about grabbing Emily until she's like, I was trying to trying to pick her up off the ground. So in these text messages, we're getting, I was trying to grab you to calm you down. If you're trying to calm somebody down, you don't grab onto them hard enough to leave bruises. So, but here in these messages, we're getting I was trying to hold you and calm you down. But then in her live stream, she was saying, I knocked you over and then I was trying to grab you to pick you up off the ground. We're getting two different situations.
She claims that she slipped and fell. She knocked into Emily, and then as Emily was falling, she grabbed her to try and stop her from falling. Mention here of a life insurance policy and a little nod towards Amber being afraid that Emily may have wanted to hurt herself. It sounds like Emily may have mentioned.
Yeah, before you got in your truck and did something stupid. This makes it sound like that Emily would do something on purpose to harm herself. And if Emily has ever alluded to self-harm before, it's very shitty of Amber to try to use that against her as a, I'm trying to protect you from you.
Something about wanting to hurt herself, I don't know. And then here come Amber's excuses. I didn't want you to hurt yourself. I was half asleep and not thinking clearly. When she says there, I was half asleep and not thinking clearly, that sounds like an excuse. But why does she need to excuse anything. If she's done nothing wrong, then why does she need to say that she wasn't thinking clearly? And after all of those messages, all of that stuff, Emily just puts, "How could you?" And Amber is giving all of this fluff, all these responses, PTSD, fight or flight mode.
Emily just seems over it. Just over it.
I was thinking about the life insurance. I was trying to make you feel better. There is no accountability. There's so many different storylines from Amber in this one message.
But then Amberlynn turns it in the next messages that Rachel's going to get to. She turns it around. Oh, I did this and this. And I didn't want you to. And then Emily's like, "How could you?" And then in the next messages that Rachel's going to get to, Amberlynn's like, "Well, you've hurt me. You've done the same thing. I've asked you the same questions." She always tries to flip it back on the person. Well, you've done this too.
And Emily's argument is very clear. It's very direct and straight. Emily says, "How could you?" And Amber says, "I asked you that same question in my head multiple times during your rages. You've hurt me so bad." So Emily is saying to Amber, "You physically harmed me. How could you?" And Amber, fucking classic Darvo, flips it around and goes, "I ask you that same question in my head during your rages. You've hurt me so bad." When Emily is the one with the nail marks on her arm. Emily again, PTSD or not, you don't lay hands on anyone. That's absolutely true.
Yeah. So Amberlynn has accused Emily of kicking her, but here Emily is like, "No, you don't physically harm anybody for any fucking reason." So I don't think Emily would have kicked Amberlynn.
No matter how much PTSD you have, it's not an excuse to hurt someone. Amber replies, "I always forgave you. The way you're saying you laid hands on me is scaring me. I didn't hit you. I didn't intentionally push you. I didn't intentionally scratch you. I never would. I scratched you on accident when we were literally just cuddling." That message there has perplexed me for a while. Amber says, "I scratch you on accident when we are literally just cuddling." And I wonder if that's Amber saying that generally throughout their relationship, she scratched Emily by accident.
I think that's what she means, just in general. Like, I don't intentionally scratch you, but if we're cuddling, I've accidentally scratched you while we're cuddling.
When they're cuddling, or if that is Amber saying that that night she was trying to cuddle Emily and that's when she scratched her by accident. If that's the case,
my hair
it's
is tickling
another
my
story.
forehead.
It's so confusing. Amber's story.
I think she means just in general. But here it is denial. Like, what you're saying scares me. I would never do that. And it's like,
Is just wishy-washy as hell. And again, in this message, Amber claims that Emily rages at her and she's saying, "I always forgave you when you raged at me."
so again, Amberlynn's very hyperbolic. It could just be an argument, and Amber's like, "She was raging." You know how Amberlynn is.
Me. But we know that Emily's not a rager. She's a runner, you know, she leaves. And Amber even says in her live stream,
and it's like, I'm the sort of person, I want to like talk about it now. I am the type of person.
This fly is still flying around my fucking room. I want it to just die already.
That if I'm in an argument with somebody, like especially someone I'm in a relationship with, I'm like, I need to figure this out now. And then I start freaking out if they don't want to do it. It's like abandonment issue.
It got to the point where I started going into the other room just to sleep because she wouldn't stop arguing with me when I was trying to rest before a shift. That happened one time, and it's when
one time is more than enough. How far are we into this? We're not going to be able to finish this tonight. We're half an hour in. Oh my god.
everything hit the fan. And I followed you in there with my BPD meltdown, my tantrum. I did.
Okay, we're having an excuse. We're blaming the BPD as an excuse for her behavior because of her BPD tantrum. She uses it as an excuse to do horrible things. You can take care of the fly. I know. It's fucking fly. I was bringing packages in off my porch earlier, and fucking fly got in the house.
And I'm able to admit that.
A few times where during an argument, she would leave. That's just how she is. She would stonewall or she would leave. And I'm the opposite. I'm very like, let's attack this right now and get this argument done and over with so we can just love each other. I'm the
But some people need that space. Some people aren't able to have those arguments immediately. And so you need to respect whenever somebody does need that space. And Amberlynn doesn't do that.
opposite.
That doesn't sound like Emily's standing there raging at her. That sounds like Emily wants to get the fuck out. And even
It doesn't mean Emily wouldn't ever maybe say horrible, because we haven't heard Emily deny saying these awful things to Amberlynn. Now, I don't know if she raged during those, because she doesn't seem to be the type that would do that. But we know Amberlynn again. I'm going to say it again. Amberlynn exaggerates. So just an argument, Emily could have said that sort of thing, but I don't know if rages.
Amber says she booked it so fast she didn't close the door. So clearly Emily's not the kind of person who's screaming in Amber's face. And Emily says that here. She says, my rage is where I try to leave and you don't let me because I have
Emily's like, okay, Jan, sure, Jan.
PTSD. Okay, Amberlynn, whatever makes you feel better to justify your aggressive behaviour. This is so interesting. This is Emily saying, basically, what rages?
She's like, I don't rage at you, I fucking leave. And then she's just like, whatever makes you feel better or justify your aggressive behavior.
What, you mean the rage is where I try to leave? But Emily's saying here and making it very clear here, she's not accepting Amber's gaslighting. Amber's trying to make it seem like what happened didn't happen, and Emily's saying whatever makes you feel better to justify your aggressive behaviour. Amber says, you know I'd never hurt you, Emily. Okay, I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry for what happened. I'll leave. So Emily has just made a very, very good point, which is that she doesn't rage. She tries to leave. She tries to run. And Amber, instead of responding to that very well-reasoned point and saying, no, you did rage at me, you raged at me at this time, or no, you rage all the time, what do you mean you don't rage? Here's an example of you raging. None of that. And sometimes what Amber doesn't say is very telling, and we'll get to more of
Right. Amberlynn will leave things out.
that in a minute, but Amber doesn't respond to this. She doesn't acknowledge Emily's what seems to be a fair point, that she doesn't rage like Amber's claiming, and when there's nothing else she can say, she just goes, okay, I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry for what happened. I'll leave. Emily writes, you fucking grabbed your arms and dug your nails into my arm, then body slammed me to the floor. And again, what is this?
And Amberlynn's, okay, so here, Amberlynn is denying this. So if it was dark in the room, because it sounds like it was dark in the room possibly, maybe Amberlynn did trip and grab onto Emily and knock her down. Maybe that is true. But Amberlynn is saying, I was trying to calm you down. Maybe it was dark, and Amberlynn grabbed onto Emily to stop her from leaving, and her momentum knocked her into Emily and knocked Emily over. At any rate, she grabbed onto Emily to keep her from leaving the room, and Emily ended up on the ground.
It's now the 12th screenshot, and all Emily has done is said the whole way through the same thing. You physically harmed me. This is what you did. And Amber replies, what, in capital letters? Emily, that did not happen. I've never done that a day in my life. You are way fucking stronger than me, and you know that. I'm weak as fuck, and we always joke about that. Now all of a sudden I body slam people. Emily says, I was trying to get out of the room, and you slammed me to the floor. Amber says, no, I did not, Emily. What the fuck? I'm leaving. This is fucking insane.
I will never forget this moment ever, because I'm telling you, I called my mom hysterical.
So in just a second, you're going to hear
Hysterical.
Amber reply to a comment. Now I went to the chat and this is the comment that Amber's about to reply to. So this comment says, she was hiding from you in the bathroom, ? Now listen to what Amber says in response to that.
She's telling me, yeah, Grace, because any time that I would start crying, she would leave the room completely.
Now if we compare what Amber's just admitted, which is that Emily was in fact trying to get away from her when this physical altercation happened, to what Emily says in this screenshot here, which is that she was trying to get out of the room when Amber body slammed her, it makes it seem very, very obvious that Amber's story, the one she admits to when she's on live
These texts sound so much better in Rachel's accent. They really do. I'm letting her, she can just read them now.
stream, which is when she always gets caught out in her lies, that story aligns perfectly with what we can see in the conversation that happens between them. Emily was trying to get away from Amber when all of this happened. She was physically trying to move away from Amber. Amber claims that Emily would do this because she didn't care about Amber's feelings.
That's what I had to deal with. Someone who did not care about my feelings at all.
I just think it's very interesting how Amber's story in her live stream corroborates clearly with what Emily and Amber have both said happened. And yet when Amber is texting Emily about this after the fact, she acts outraged and says, "What?" in capital letters, when she admits herself in this live stream when she responds to this comment from Grace, that Emily absolutely was trying to get away from her and that she was not calming her down or soothing her.
So,
But now, we'll see.
so when I tripped over the rug and then I landed into her and she was falling, I went to grab her. It didn't work out very well. She still landed on the floor. And then she started like hysterically, "How come you pushed me?" I'm like,
That's always bothered me, the way Amber Lynn's like making fun of Emily.
what is actually happening?
Emily puts, "Then how did I end up on the floor, Amberlynn?" And Amber says, "I just told you. I was trying to hold on to you. I tripped on the fucking blanket on the floor. I almost went down. That's how I hurt my ankle. I just explained to you I would never, ever, ever do that. When you were on the floor, I tried helping you up, but you wouldn't get up, so I started rubbing your back and telling you it would be okay. You told me not to touch you, so I stopped touching you." And we'll come to the end of that in a second, but notice here, Amber is saying a very clear explanation of how Emily ended up on the floor. She says it blow by blow. "I was trying to hold on to you. I tripped the fucking blanket on the floor." Now, her saying she was trying to hold on to her is strange. Why was she trying to hold on to her? You don't need to hold on to something unless it's trying to move away from you, I think, anyway. Maybe. So that makes it sound like Emily was trying to get out of the room and Amber was trying to hold her back and keep her back. Unless it's Amber saying that I was trying to hold you, nicely, like, "Oh, you're sad and I'm trying to hold you." But that storyline makes absolutely no sense, because why would there be any force? Nobody falls over randomly from just having
Well, some of us don't have very good balance.
a little cuddle. It's clear that somebody, Amber, was moving at some velocity in order to trip. Also here it's very, very interesting. Amber does a blow by blow of
She has to throw in the also, I hurt myself doing this.
what happened and how Emily ended up on the floor. Emily literally says, "How did I end up on the floor?" And Amber gives her an explanation of how she ended up on the floor. But if we scroll back to black screenshot number 3, at the bottom there you see Amber say, "I wondered how you ended up on the floor in the first place, but that explains it. My fat fucking bullshit of a body knocked you over." So there we have Amber say in this exact conversation, "My fat fucking bullshit of a body knocked you over," and that she was wondering how Emily ended up on the floor. But if you go back to
how.
black screenshot number 14, you see Emily say, "How did I end up on the floor?" And all of a sudden, Amber knows. She goes, "I just told you. I was trying to hold on."
Well, she does say above, if you look over on the right on screenshot 3 here, Amber Lynn does say, "I was trying to calm you down and hold you. In doing so, I tripped over the blanket. Pretty sure I hurt my ankle." And then she's like, "I wondered how," but that explains it. Talking about this up here explains how she ended up on the floor. So she wondered how, but this is how, which is the same thing she says over here.
To you, but I tripped on the blanket. This is very interesting, and somebody's story.
What we do get out of here, though, is that Emily says she was trying to leave, and Amber grabbed onto her, trying to calm her down, and fell into her and knocked her over.
Story here is changing and flipping and flopping back and forth, and it's not Emily's story. Also, Amber's shown absolutely no receipts, and these receipts came from Emily. So you do the math on that one, I guess. So Amber says, "So I stopped touching you," and Emily puts, "Because you know you fucked up big time." And Amber puts, and again, so interesting, "My goal was to hold you and calm you down. It scares me that you think I'd actually do that." And Emily puts, "Because you..."
So here again, she's trying to get sympathy. "It scares me that you would think I would do that." So she's expecting the other person to be like, I don't want to scare you. I don't want to scare. So Amberlynn again is trying to make it about this. You're making me feel awful. This is what Amberlynn, yeah. So I'm getting pretty tired. I've been up a very long time. And we're only about, what, 35 minutes into this video, maybe 40. So we are going to revisit this tomorrow. It may take us a couple of days to get through this because I don't typically stream for super, super long streams. But so far in the first little piece of this, we are seeing typical Amber behavior with this, trying to manipulate into getting sympathy, not taking accountability, pushing things back on the other person with whenever the manipulation doesn't work of well I need sympathy because of what I've been through in this, then it turns into, well, you did this too, so that's why I'm doing this, and then blaming her BPD. So it's typical things that we see from Amber, that none of this is surprising. But I am getting tired and I need to get up early to try to do stuff in the morning. I will try to stream again tomorrow, and we will we'll try to get through a little more of this. I forget we're 37 minutes in, so we'll try to make it at least another 37 minutes tomorrow, maybe an hour even. So yeah, this is interesting because they end up getting back together. Now again, I don't agree with Emily talking shit about her girlfriend, somebody she supposedly loves. I don't agree with her doing that whenever they're together in a relationship. That was shitty of Emily to do. Because again, it seems like maybe another tit for tat kind of thing. But maybe we'll watch a little more Rosie this weekend as well. But yeah, I hope you all have a good weekend. I hope you've had a good week. Thank you for spending a little bit of your Friday evening with me. It is Friday night. You could be out having a good time, doing something fun, but you're here hanging out with me, and I appreciate it. So, yeah, I would go through and read your names, but I can't remember who all's been here. But thank you all for popping in. Thank you for saying hi, hanging out, chilling, and yeah, we will finish a little bit more of Rachel's video tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm gonna do some yard work tomorrow. I'm gonna try to. So, yeah, that's it. And until next time, be safe and take care.